Hello, stream time. Yay. Torchbearer 2. Session 2. 2 2. Anyways, I want to hit this run in so that we can keep that same awesome energy. Too bad Andrew's not here. Because he was like, I'm going to rest my character's life first session. And I was like, whoa, that's intense. But anyway, so what we do is we do the prologue at the beginning. Next time Andrew comes, he'll also, if you miss a session, the next time you come, you get to say like what your character's been doing in that period of time. Two things. Steve, you don't have to keep your goal as find out whatever, because I
Yay.
did the thing of watching 2 hours of the previous episode to figure out what I said. Mostly because I didn't know what I said, and it conflicted with what I wrote down. Because I didn't really write it down either. And I listened, and you said you were gonna write it down, but I guess you lost the paper. So I made you a fancy thing, a handout under, it should be under handouts. I think, yeah. I'll probably make a. There you go. I'll probably make a like a, yeah, it's under the handout section. There you go.
Do you listen to all 2 hours?
Most of it, yeah.
All right.
not like last session, but the session before that one.
Glass Fang, eh?
Yeah, I think it was Glass Fang. It might be something like Shadow Fang. Also, I don't remember when I named it, because it was named in Gaelic. But so I don't know. I don't remember what I wrote because I don't have that paper with me, and I don't remember what I said because I don't have a memory that includes names in Gaelic. But other than that, I think we're good to go. So what we do is we do the prologue. So someone tells us a recap of the last session. They get a bonus, which is getting a condition, but not injured or sick. I think so, up to that, but not including that. Or they can recover a point of tax nature. If they don't have any of those things, I think additionally a wizard can prepare a spell, or a thurge can decrease their burden. But we don't have thurges in our party. What else am I missing? I think that's it. Who wants to deliver the prologue? I can't remember who delivered it last time. I think it might have been Chris.
The best person would have been Andrew because he's the only one who's, seriously injured.
Yeah,
But he's not here.
I'm pretty good, so I don't need
I'm-
to do it if somebody wants to.
I'm pretty sure I'm fresh.
I'm also fresh. We're all fresh. We're
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all good, but Chris can't do it again. So I guess
All right,
someone does it just for
Here, let me quickly look to see if there's another thing for prologue if you're already good.
maybe if one of us does it in song, we get more benefits.
If you do it in song, and it's a good song and it does the thing, I'll give you a fate.
Okay,
Because I want you to. Because I want you to sing a song. You need a royalty to backtrack to this.
I was gonna do the music. I was gonna do Michael from Vsauce music. That's just spoken word. It's not music.
Okay. 22, I believe. Prologue. That's on a sec. You get one hungry and recover nature. No conditions. Restore a point of tax nature. If there's no tax, reduce to more burden or memorize a spell. If no one has tax conditions, the game master has been too nice.
Would I be able to get nature back?
You should have full nature because you're fresh.
Okay, mine's still a 3 out of 4. I must have forgotten to update it.
Yeah, I think it recovers to max after a respite, which we had previous session, like 2 sessions ago.
Yeah. How about we all tell the backstory one sentence at a time? We just go around in a circle.
Okay, there's no. I've been too nice on you. Is what what I've heard.
You were not nice on Andrew, or at least he was not nice on himself. Him and his poor hollow bones.
Well, I think it was a little shorter in the amount of time that we actually got to do stuff. Because we spent a lot of time still kind of getting ready. It was the first
Yeah, that's
session,
I think most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, so what's going on? I
Still
missed
in
the
the
first one.
recap prologue, but I think Chris have.
Well, it can't be me because I did it last time.
Yeah. And
well, I mean, I guess I can just give a quick recap.
Okay.
It was a fairly short series of events from last time. So we had the meet of all of the new characters, including myself, Ardor, and Talia the Brash, who had a pretty brash encounter later on. We decided to head over to what's the place called? The ex-burning forest, now the burnt out forest, because we are on our way to the elven lands of what's the name of that place?
Elfheim.
Elfheim. On our way there, we ran into a dryad-looking creature, who then came with us through a very strange clearing where all of us except for Elfwin had strange psychedelic experiences. And then after Talia the Brash had a fairly unnecessary fight with a protective golem-looking thing, we finally the dryad helped us get through, and we got into a strange cabin that's got a floor that seems to be collapsing, made out of golden tiles, which Ardor, of course, didn't miss the opportunity to grab one. And there seems to be monsters underneath, and we ended the session with a discussion on where to proceed from here.
Okay, perfect.
Very good.
So 2 things I want to mention. On my process of looking back, you had not mapped up to Crossroads Keep, so Crossroads Keep to the Clifton isn't mapped.
You're right.
So I rechanged that. Then I just want to say that the golem's still he's probably less than 20 feet away from you, and the guy's trying to whatever. So you guys gotta hurry. It's a little bit of a time crunch in that regard. And thirdly, yeah, told Steve what his daggers did because they do things. Basically told you what the bow does, sort of. Gives you a thing, and
Gives you a thing.
gives you replaces one of your wises if you or gives you a wise if you don't have the maximum.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Other than that, I just wanted to say you asked me a question last session about the writing on the wall, to which I replied with what you remember. But do you want to further investigate it with your limited time, or do you want to go down under into the depths of where those kind of corrupted dryads are being?
I mean, look, you ask a question in that manner. Obviously, I'm gonna say yes. I want to investigate it further.
Okay. Yeah, because I was supposed to ask a question. Ask a question is with a question, because it is important. But I told you in hopes that you would fill it in yourself, maybe. But okay. How do you want to do this? You're an elf, so you could do remembering, or you could do lore master. I think I would let both be a thing. Just because this isn't quite you've been here and you've done this thing before, so it might have been years and years ago. But...
Yeah, I mean, given how rare nature checks on their own can be, well, not that rare. I have hiding, which can be pretty useful, but I think I'll make it a nature check.
Okay, yeah. So remembering, I think I'm going to make it obstacle Op 2, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you updated
Okay.
the skill helpers list. Cool.
I did that at the beginning of the last session. I believe.
Oh, did you? Oh, thank. Wait, what skill is he
And
using again?
He's
Nature.
using nature. So in order to
My
help
elvish
nature, you have
nature.
to use nature. Additionally, if you have an appropriate wise, you could bring that in and use it as aid with like instead of help with a capital H.
You can
You
aid with a
use-
capital A by using your wise.
Yeah, using your wise to lend a dice.
I don't know if you guys have any wises that might help me remember something about this inscription, but if you do, now's the time to pipe up.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
semi-magical inscription.
I
with-
got
with a
Arcanist.
kind of a linked trap. So
Sorry, what was that, Tyler?
you can't assist with a skill.
You can only assist with nature.
and you have to have like the appropriate nature to
You have to have the appropriate nature.
just remember.
So, like, other elves could probably help me at this, but that's about it.
So it's not skills. It's
So do you have a
Well,
wise that's
A
appropriate
wise
to the
can help,
situation?
though.
I've trap wise. I've
I'm trying to
conspiracy
find wises.
trap wise.
Yeah, I don't think either of those really do the deal. Okay.
But you know
Yeah,
what?
not me.
I feel like this was made by a higher being.
I thought we at some point we discussed the sapper skill, which seems to be related to traps.
Yeah,
Right.
but this isn't a trap,
This
I think.
Well, if you don't know
but
what's there,
it's not it's skills don't help abilities in that way though.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
nature's an
Fair enough.
ability.
All right. Well, if you don't know what it is, how you know it's not a trap?
Are you trying
I
to
feel
help
like-
with trapwise?
I have heist wise.
Like if you think about it, everything's a trap if you don't know what it is.
Well, I mean,
I think I would let trapwise work. I wouldn't let.
I was gonna
heistwise
say,
work.
if you just describe how trapwise would help me
Yeah.
decipher this, and
That's what, well, that's really
then
good.
if Sean likes it, then he'll say it helps.
Yeah. So what kind of fact are you telling Elfwind about traps?
What are we looking at again?
You're looking at a series of basically a poem written on the wall, which is one of the only discernible like special features of this kind of concentric circle hallway that features a trap.
Alright, well, clearly these are warnings that we're meant to interpret as to how to navigate the area.
Okay, I'll let that happen.
Okay.
Like the poem is fairly simple about like the wind blowing through the trees and how the wind is wind.
But being aware of the fact that it might be signaling these things might help me.
Yeah. We can then use like scholar later to be like, what is the deeper meaning of wind?
Okay.
Wait, Sean, we're keeping all our beliefs, instincts, all that stuff, right?
Right. Yeah. So we can do our beliefs, instincts, goals now because we did actually mark a thing. So that being said, I guess you guys are still on the path to figuring out this dungeon, going deeper, and saving Elfwind. So make your beliefs, instincts, goals. Thank you for the reminder, Steve.
I'll just do mine really fast. Belief, everyone deserves help. Agreed. The rich and powerful deserve nothing from me. Goal. I'm assuming we're trying to get the bow back to the elves. I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Instinct, always search for secrets.
They're just gonna. Well, I don't know what the goal is. The goal that like the Elfwind's mentor is to go and open the way to the elves.
Yeah.
And then convince them to help with the forest and to see if they can aid you in any other way.
Sure. So I'll make the goal get aid from the elves.
Sure. You have always search for secrets. That's a good instinct. Who's next?
So my belief is I will never trust an elf. I do not yet have a creed, and my goal is to find and kill Claflund Elmingrad, the elf of Elmheim, who is my enemy. And my instinct is to always repair the equipment of my party.
Okay, I like that. Can you change that instead of always to be like when in camp? Or no, I like always because it could potentially be personal business intent also. Never mind.
Just don't be a taskmaster to it. Don't like try and sew my leather if there's a stitch missing.
So just to let you know that once per camp phase and town phase, you'll be able to activate that instinct to make this.
Okay.
Who's next?
I'll go next. Belief, anything worth doing is worth doing in style. Creed, all that is gold melts into air. Instinct, when in camp, make incendiary devices. And I'm going to keep my goal of impress our new friends, because I still feel like we're part of the same contiguous adventure. I'd like to try and win over our new friends.
Sure, yeah, there wasn't a lot that happened last time, so I just keep in the goals.
Okay, I'm assuming Andrew's character just goes in the wind.
I'm either gonna say that he just disappears, and
maybe he's embarrassed.
It's like you turn around and he's gone because I don't know, magical elf land. Because it's not just like went through the clearing and you guys are all hallucinating. You're currently hallucinating now. Like the gold looks weirdly hyper gold, and those creatures down there look like a dryad but made of oil, and like not like oil, but like, you know, like oil shimmery, kind of like when it's like dried out on a rock and has like that like rainbow pattern on it slightly, like that, but on like as if you applied it to the character model in a video game. And then the wood itself has like this weird like, yeah, it's like all dark but like has hyper edge lines where like cracks and stuff, as if you were to like highlight the edges only. Everything's black with edge highlights. It's a good way to describe it.
Cell shaded then?
Kind of, but there's no like volume shading. It's only the edges, and like the only things that have like volume shading is like you guys. And when you personally go closer, things will like, instead of just being like black and white, will gain like a little bit of color.
Cool.
I think that's what I wanted to describe last time. I was having a little bit of difficulty describing that. I don't know. I had a vision in my mind, but I said I had time to rethink about how I wanted to describe it.
Should I do my beliefs, instincts, goals?
Yeah.
Okay. My belief, I will oppose those who act against nature at every turn. My creed, humans can't be trusted to preserve the natural world. My goal is to reopen Elfheim. My instinct, when in camp, make poultices.
Like those.
Make what?
Healing poultices.
Ah, okay.
So you can make a poultice that recovers any of the conditions.
Or helps recover. It gives you a +1 die.
It gives you +1 die to recovering from that condition. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, angry is the hardest one to make, which won't help me. So it probably won't help me.
Yeah,
either.
but I also just letting you know that you can use singing to like sing people to into calm.
But not myself.
Potentially yourself even.
Really? I guess that makes sense.
It's like semi-magical. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder about singing sometimes.
We'll have like I think there's like a section on it. I don't know if there's like really factored, so I'd have to make up the odds, but potentially it could be multiple people at once, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Well, you'd have to talk to me again once I read the rules about singing a little bit. But I think so. I think that's possible. I like all your stuff. Everything's good.
I'm looking at the singing and remembering. It says singing is a magical ability. It can be used to overcome anger or fear, and to enchant the unwary with wonderment, befuddling their wits. So there you go.
Yeah.
Pretty much exactly what it's used for.
Yeah. So we're on turn 2 of the grind. So on turn 4, the grind happens. Everyone will become hungry and thirsty. And if the grind happens and you didn't camp, you will lose fresh, even if you eat immediately as soon as you get hungry and thirsty. Other than that, yeah. So like the little like dryad, you can kind of hear him being like, can't. Oh God, he picked up his mace. I'll prevent him from coming. Hurry. So are you
I'm going to be making that nature test now.
sit and remember the significance of this poem? You've
It was obtuse.
yeah, it's obtuse. Ooh, crushed it. Well, yeah, didn't crush it, but you succeeded
I
handily.
got it.
Yeah, so most of the time, elf songs are meant to you just recall them and like sing them, but when they're written down, they're explicitly supposed to be sung, and yeah, like your memory of walking through this and singing, you remember your mentor like kind of whisper to you before you go there is to like just make sure you sing it like proud to like to navigate the hall effectively.
Of course, I need to sing the song. How could I be so stupid?
And yeah,
All right, well, unfortunately, we have no choice but to continue. So I'm going to begin singing the song.
Want me
okay.
to lay down a backing track for you?
No, that'll be fine. I mean, unless you can't help them.
Well, anything worth doing, you have to do it in style, right?
I'm not good at this. I'm doing my best.
Sure, yeah. I think knowing the key, it's not like very particularly difficult song, and just singing it is I think enough. You don't have to like tap into the nature. But I think everyone does have to sing it. Is the important part, not just like one person. I think.
So that this information comes to me.
Yeah, that's what you like know from
Right.
from the result of that roll. Is that like
Right.
not only does like everyone have like all of you would have to sing it. If you were just to sing it and like walk, you'd be fine. But if someone else comes, they wouldn't.
People know Elvish.
No, you don't know Elvish unless you have
Oh,
Elfwise.
So I would. Do I have to like
or an elf.
or can they just not sing it?
Hmm?
Do I have to do like a repeat after me? Would that be?
Yeah, I think that would be fine. I think you have to teach them it.
We learn it phonetically.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Learning it phonetically is good enough, I think.
It's a simple song. All right, we all have to sing together as a group. Repeat after me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make up a song in Elvish, but it's exceedingly beautiful, and probably a little hard to pronounce. And yeah, I'd say, but like it's really the spirit of the song, is that wind is cool, is the song. So as long as you think wind could be cool.
I'm picturing it to the tune of Modern Crusader by Enigma.
Sure, I don't know that song, but that sounds fair. As you like walk, yeah, like just that little like screamy, screechy like scream of one of the injured, corrupted forest spirits that are like currently beneath the floor. After you guys start walking and singing the song, the dryad like stops like messing about and starts following you. At which point the stone guardian kind of just like stops on the edge and like walks stares at you menacingly, for it has no voice and it cannot sing.
Haha!
And the dryad like sings and catches up to you. And as you go around the circle, at the far end there's kind of like an inner archway that leads deeper in to the next area, but it's kind of just a big open circular room.
In the arch, or in the center of the
like in the center, it kind of like comes in and then like goes like this and then opens to like a big circle.
Okay.
I don't know, but more symmetric.
I see what you're going for here. All right. So what's in this central room?
So in the central room is like a series of I guess steps that lead up, and in the center is kind of like it's like a I guess like just like a circle path. So if we were to watch a view from the side, it would be, and then there's just like it's kind of like more or less like this is like a stage.
altar?
Yeah, a stage. Yeah, that's good. Not an altar, a stage. And on the kind of four like ends here, there are little layout. There's little like pedestals. Yeah, so it kind of looks like this from the side. And there's the room you guys are like looking in.
Okay.
There's there's like various scripts on each of the altars.
All right. Well, let's go
in arcane
read 'em, I
in
guess.
nature, and then there's like a story in Elvish, all like written on like the far sides of the steps.
All right. I'll go read things and see what they all say.
Okay, I think the things on the like around the altars are a little bit more magical, and you'd have to, plumb the depths of your magical knowledge. The story on the
Stage.
stage steps kind of tells the story of the Rangers of the Silver Seal. Probably some of these stories you've heard orally, and you probably know them quite well, having the Rangers of the Silver Seal wise.
Sure.
And
I mean, I can't use my wise, unfortunately, because I'm angry right now. But
yeah,
I don't need to use the wise. I still have the knowledge. It just
yeah,
won't bear on my situation.
Yeah. So, do you decipher the ruins of the?
Yep. I'll have to decipher the runes on
Sorry, the dog's bark.
On the pillars.
There. Sorry. So you're gonna decipher the knowledge?
I'm gonna attempt to decipher the runes on the pillars. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's probably gonna be a scholar test. Scholar. Engineer. Go. I think probably obstacle. I want to say 3, but I haven't checked it. Oh, there we go. Weird inscriptions. And you're reading. Oh, 2. Okay. Gonna read some weird inscriptions. Obstacle 2 scholar. So yeah, it's kind of like a kind of maybe an older, kind of elvish, kind of possibly more like more ancient, and each word is like infused with some sort of magical meaning.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a persona point to give myself a bonus. And here we go.
Ooh, fancy. Sorry if my no, but yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So you spend some time deciphering the inscriptions, and yeah, it seems that each pillar represents one of the elements and you know, when you walk around, you like inspect the room, you realize that the ceiling at two. Sorry, this isn't also I meant to describe this before. The ceiling has like a hole in the center.
Oh, okay.
And it's like the green things are like around it, so there's like a hole in the center. It's kind of like you can kind of see like far in the distance, like little like stars and stuff.
Oh, the skylight.
But yeah, each one of these represents like one of the elements, like like earth, fire, and all that. And you have to invoke the elements, and and then stand in the middle and use your bow to open the gate.
All right. I relay this information to my party members.
We have to find all of the elements to activate it.
Yes.
Which
So
elements are
earth, water, wind,
Yeah.
and fire.
How many elements?
Earth, water, wind, and fire. Come on, guys.
I don't know.
Well, we got
It's elf
fire
stuff.
unlocked because we got torches.
Yeah, I guess so. Obviously, the elements of the natural world.
Oh, we also got water in our skins. We're good.
I was gonna say, so we have flints, and we have like a lamp.
Yeah.
We have water. Do we have any earth?
Let me check.
Is the ground still these tiles?
Pardon? Yeah, the ground
the
is
ground?
all the ground's all
Tiles?
like in here it's all wooden.
That's
Interesting.
I don't know what counts as earth if it's things that protrude from the earth like a tree. That's the wood element.
And then wind. I don't know how we're gonna end up doing that one.
I'm doing it.
Well,
It's working. Can you hear it? There, we got wind. We'd all just blow on the thing.
Wait, so where are we getting the earth from?
Let's go outside and like scoop it.
But there's a
Yeah.
golem in our way.
yeah.
Wait, do we have any dirt in our shoes? Did we like track in any mud?
Ooh, good idea.
I like that idea. Sure, yeah, your shoes are quite dirty.
Oh right, we got earth on lock.
Hey,
We got
there's
everything here.
nothing. It's just because it's dirt doesn't mean it's dirty. It's just dirt.
Yeah, it is dirt, but yeah,
Alright.
you're definitely your dirty shoes. You have mismatched dirty
Sure.
dirty
So
shoes.
we all just, tap out our shoes on one of the plinths. I indicate which one is. Are they like labeled, Sean, or?
I would say like they're not labeled, but like you tap them out on one of them, it comes like
Okay.
cool and silver, and like mist starts to like swirl around and be cool.
Cool. All right. I pour out some water from my water skin on another plinth.
Yeah, it's all cool now and going, and like
Right.
some magical energies are like coming together, and it
You-
kind
Bits of leaves that I was carrying around and strike them with my flint to light them on fire on
Yeah,
the next plinth.
you have bits of leaves you were carrying around.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I remember I asked you what they were all about, and nobody remembered what they were about.
Oh, I think you gathered something.
Yeah, I think I wanted them for like a medicinal purposes.
I think you gathered them, and they were probably like leaves to help you make a poultice to give you a +1 die.
I think that's
Oh.
correct, but at this point, I'm gonna just use them to light a fire so that we don't so it doesn't like destroy our lamp somehow, because I don't want that to happen.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you
Like if we put our lamp up there, it'll probably work, but we might not get our lamp back, and that would be bad.
Aren't we surrounded by wood?
Yeah, but I already got this stuff, and I don't want to tear up the floorboards. It's unkind
Yeah,
and unnecessary.
yeah,
So I
like
will-
it's not like made of carpentry wood. It's made of like living wood. Some of these things probably
Yeah,
have
so
like
it'd
a
be
little
great. It
branch
wouldn't burn well anyway. So
like little green.
all right.
They probably have like little green little bits. Of,
So I
like,
do that.
budding. There's probably like occasional green
And-
stuff coming out the floor. Because of like when it's green, it like has like a weird streak. Yeah.
and I
so
guess Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, it's all like. And
All right, now wind. How do we
magic-y.
do that one? I guess we can. Does anyone have a cloak?
I have a cloak. I will give it the most extravagant, glorious wind.
Yeah, so flap your cloak a bunch.
I'm gonna flap the cloak.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. And once that happens, it's all silvery and the energy
us
is
go.
swirling. Um,
I dramatically put my cloak back on as it activates.
and now you have to use your bow.
Yep. All right, everyone gather in the center.
Is this where you kill God?
As you approach the center, your bow is like literally vibrating with energy.
Stay close to me.
It's you can feel it like as you touch it. As you grip the handle, you can literally feel it, the vibrating of the string. It's probably making like an audible like woo noise.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's obvious with the inscriptions, like you're supposed to shoot it through the portal above you.
Yep. All right, here we go.
And when you do that, it's kind of like imagine like a little like this building's very far away and very small, like a pixel, and like a streak of like lightning comes up from it up into the sky. That's how basically what happens. But then it like the lightning kind of like splinters off, but then like condenses and then it shoots like impossibly far into the sky, possibly because I don't know this where you are might not have an atmosphere in that sense, and probably like you probably hear like a lightning crack, but not like it seems impossibly far away, but even though that you're seeing it before your eyes, and when the flash of like white kind of like clears your eyes, you realize that that you're like you blink and you're like standing in the forest, kind of like walking in a trail, still holding on to the next person ahead of you's belt that you were walking. And that's, I guess, when your lantern goes out and you're hungry and thirsty, everybody.
Hooray!
But you have opened the way. You found your way through this the Silver Seal gate. I guess it's more of like an area of the forest.
I'm gonna drink my water skin.
But ahead of you stands the gates of Elfheim. You're probably met by the guards at the gate.
What?
Okay.
Why would they have guards? When was the
It
last
is
time they
always
had
necessary
visitors?
to have guards.
Because they've heard the crack of lightning and the gate the opening.
Ah, okay.
They know we are here.
What did I do? I did something to the words. How do I undo that? I don't know how to undo that. As a drop shadow, I don't know how to undo it. Can you see the drop shadow and how stupid it is?
Where?
Oh, I don't see anything.
Here.
Ah, I don't see a drop shadow.
Yeah, no.
I
On
see.
the word Elfheim?
It's just in a box.
Yeah, I don't see anything other than just the...
Okay.
Find something.
Well,
How big
in
is
a
the drop
box.
shadow supposed to be?
it's
Just
huge and I
wait
don't like it.
patiently.
Oh,
Oh, I just copied it and it disappeared. Okay,
there's 2 Elfheims.
there you go.
Just figure out what the darn thing is.
Cool, yeah. Some mystical gate through a realm.
No problem.
And yeah, you come here. Let's. I like that. You've managed to go through the gate, and you realize that it's like very lush out now, whereas before it was like spring, summer. Spent an entire season wandering there. Time worked differently. and you hear like
Wow.
a whisper of wind through the leaves as this spirit of the little dryad spirit is like inhabiting the trees around you
Oh hell yeah!
and talking and whooshing away to talk to the elves.
All right, we helped him out. Good job,
Well,
guys.
no wonder we were hungry.
Yeah, it feels like you haven't eaten in months.
Well, I'm gonna drink water from my water skin in order to quench my
Uh,
thirst.
Okay.
I will
And
also
your
do
hunger,
that.
right?
And your hunger, yes.
I have the jug still. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a drink from the jug.
Yeah, so do I. So does that spend
Yeah, it
like
spends one of the contents of the jug.
1 out of 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please give
So
me
now
some
we-
of that.
But if you have a water skin, you can just drink from that, obviously.
Yeah,
Sure.
since he's a new character, he has, I think, wine in his water skin, and I think Matthias also has a jug filled with wine.
Yep. Of
Oh,
course.
so then
I-
maybe drink the water, save the wine.
I must not
Yeah.
have copied it over from my old sheet. I don't see it on my
drink from my jug. It's full of water instead of wine.
Oh, man, I have some water,
why do
please.
we want to save the wine?
Because it can help
Because you can use wine. Actually, I need to recover from angry, so I could drink that wine.
But you'd have to do it at camp.
Yeah, that
In
famous
camp,
Irish
you can if
press
someone drinks
mountain.
wine, they get an advantage to recovering from I think just angry, right, Sean?
It might be angry, and it might be also
I'll check.
afraid. I'm not 100% sure. It might be angry and afraid.
So you
famous-
give alcohol to the drunk to get him less angry?
Yeah, like when you drink liquor to calm down,
Yeah, calm your nerves.
like in real life,
Right.
and you'll share his
Okay.
political opinions.
So I'm just gonna put the jug 0 out of 3. Tyler, you drink from the jug.
Give me some of that jug.
Yes, it is angry or afraid.
Wait, so there's not enough there for all of us to drink out of your jug then?
No,
Chris,
I already
is-
drank out of my water skin.
yeah, he drank out of his water skin. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do. I don't know. Are you guys gonna go to town, even though you barely have money?
I have 1 money.
I have charisma.
Okay.
Where does
I
the
mean, now
money
that we
show
know
up?
how to get here, we've done the hard part.
Oh, the resources.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Matthias may have resources. The thing is yeah. Okay. Oh, you're here.
No, I'm at 0 for resources.
You're here.
Unless I
Well,
copied it incorrectly from my other
if
sheet.
you're gonna spend any amount of time doing
Well,
things in town other than maybe like informing them that the gate is open and stuff, you're gonna have to find accommodations, which might include just sleeping on the streets. That said, town is a bit differently, so you're always cost of living is always at least 1, even if you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, okay, never mind. Wait, higher than 1? Okay, never mind. I could get 1 for myself using my level 3, but I'm not sure I can't get another 1 for anyone else.
I mean, I
Since-
have level 1 resources.
I'm just checking here.
You have some sort of treasure disc. I'm probably gonna.
Oh, I have the golden plate that we
Yeah.
could sell.
I'm gonna say it's about probably a plate or something, or silverware equivalent.
Oh, okay.
But that's just 1 piece.
Wait, if you're gonna sell the plate to the elves, isn't that theirs? They'd be like, "Where'd you get this?"
Yeah, they may not like that, but
Give me a second. I would just want to double check that I copied resources correctly.
I guess it should have occurred to me, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
didn't-
yeah,
it
I
kinda
should
just
have had
didn't
one
occur to me that this
resource.
would be what this is.
I miscopied it from the other one. So
didn't occur to you that it's a town?
That this would just be a normal town, yeah.
It's different. It's nice. There's no flop house. They don't let you sleep in the stables.
Damn.
I'm imagining
What
you
kind of
guys also
paradise
like
is this?
bringing your horses. Weirdly enough.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have horses, I guess.
You've been carrying leading the horses through the woods, probably.
Hand waving them. I mean, the horses don't care.
um,
They're
Horses-
this is all like natural world stuff. Like,
Yeah,
they're
just
fine.
put horses under the chair.
All right. Well,
That being said, yeah. So at some point, if the elves are like grateful, they start doing stuff. But if you want to like get them to do anything more than just defend their bits and start helping there's probably going to be like an influx of recruits into the Rangers of the Silver Seal. The matter of leadership is probably still unsettled and all that, but that's probably personal business in town.
yeah, we can do that later. Well, for now, we've opened the way, so that's what's most important. Yeah, we
Just a second.
well, we camp outside the walls anyway, right, Sean?
I think he.
So you're
Sasha was calling him.
you're gonna camp like in the outside, or
Well,
you
yeah.
drink?
Don't we always camp outside the walls before we go into town anyway?
Yeah, you can like try to recover with some of your checks. Do you have checks?
Okay, because I have one check.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have any.
Yeah,
I do
so
not.
we're gonna enter town then, but then your cost of living is always one though, right?
Okay. Well, so be it.
Okay. So just think about what you guys are doing in town. You have a couple money. I think it's gonna count. The plate is gonna count as a plate. So it should be on the loot section of Scholar's Guide. I'm just gonna go to the washroom and be back. So strategize before we talk about we actually start doing things.
Yeah. Okay.
I told you guys you should have all grabbed the plate. Now I'm having to fork out for everybody.
What? What plate?
The golden plate
From where?
from the floor.
The floor.
It's not like a. Okay, I was very confused. I'm like, what's this plate everyone's
No,
talking
it's
about?
the golden plates.
Yeah,
like
it's the tiles.
the floor tile. The
Yeah, it's a
tile.
floor tile. It's not a plate.
Yeah, I don't know why he
But
called it
fair
a
enough.
plate.
Fair enough.
These golden
Okay.
tiles.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we're here now. The only thing I was thinking is, well, now that we know the way, I mean, the problem is, yeah, like for some reason I was just like, oh, there'll be like space out here to adventure, but there kind of isn't. It's kind of its own little self-contained town, you know.
It's okay. I need to look for Clafland, Elmingrad.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is, yeah, like because cost of living is always. I don't know if it's always minimum one or if you add one to whatever you do. So I'll ask Sean that.
I think it's minimum one.
I think so too. So you always like, But yeah, I will probably try and also do personal business. Try and like go meet with the leadership and tell them what's going on and why I've reopened Elfheim. That I found the bow of the Silver Seal.
Right, we should go with two. That'd be like asking
Well,
a bunch of humans are walking with us in town.
I mean, we do these things like collectively, usually in town, right? Like,
Yeah, but
that's what I'm probably gonna do. Since the cost of living is always going to be one, I don't. There's nothing really else I want to do here. Anyway, I think also like camping outside, I'm going to try and recover from angry, unless you guys have something else you really want to do.
Well, I've waited 25 years to kill this guy. What's another day or two, right?
Well, no. So when you get to a town, you have a camp phase before, like outside the walls. Like always, pretty much. And you can spend your checks and like I said, whenever you're in camp, there's always just stuff you can do. But I'm gonna try and recover from angry, unless there's something else you guys want to do.
What do you mean spend a check?
So remember last session when I excuse me, when I used calm against myself? And I said, oh, I'm too calm. Like I just calmly step backwards instead of like diving for safety. So the fact that I was calm, I used that against me to make the roll more difficult.
Like the
when
trait?
you do something like that, you get a check.
Okay.
So when you're in camp, your group spends checks to do things, unless they are an instinct. Then you don't have to spend a check.
Okay.
So yeah, you need to use your traits against yourself to get checks because you spend checks in camp to recover from conditions or to just do stuff in general.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
a good rule of thumb is like if a check or if a challenge is like 1 or 2, and you have like if you're really good at it, you probably want to start like hindering yourself just for
Or if
checks.
you have no chance of succeeding, you can
Oh,
also
yeah.
hinder yourself
The other way.
because you're not going to succeed no matter what you do.
Right.
Getting checks is like the other side of the game.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. The thing is, like, whenever you're making a check, if you think, oh, I'll probably, if it's the middle ones that are difficult because you can like fail on purpose, like you can generate checks or try to succeed by spending points. You know, it can go either way. Like for instance, that check like my like it was a challenge of 2, and I had scholar 3. So I was like, I can either spend a check, I can either gain a check, well, by like using a trait against myself, and like making it much more like almost impossible that I succeed, or I could spend a persona so that I probably do. You know, so that's the kind of calculus you got to do because checks are useful, obviously, but you don't want to be failing tests if you don't have to.
Right.
But you do kind of need to fail tests sometimes, right? Like you need to get successes and failures in your skills in order to advance them. So sometimes you want to fail. It's all a balancing act.
Like everything.
Exactly.
So
Anyway,
do we have to camp right away?
yeah, so you have to camp when you're outside of town because you can't bring checks into town and like you can't like save them through a town phase. Basically, you have to use them up.
I don't think there's anything I should do in town.
Well, we'll ask Sean.
Which town are we in
exactly-
again?
Actually, I can look it up.
Yeah,
Wait, which
it's
town are we in
called-
again?
Elfheim.
Elfheim?
It's just a town.
My mentor isn't here, is it? No, that's a different place.
back.
Your mentor's in Clifton, I thought, right?
That's right, yeah. Too many 2-syllable town names. We need like some long ones. Or ones equivalent to grunts.
Wait, Tyler, don't you have an instinct for camp?
Yeah,
Camp,
so
not
do I.
for town though.
We're gonna
Yeah,
camp
but camp outside the walls, right?
before town. Yeah.
I have my instinct that activates. I'm our new pyrotechnic.
We only have 1 check. I guess you're using the check to make a poultice.
I was gonna try and recover from angry,
You drink your
Oh,
hard
okay.
liquor to recover.
which is why I was gonna ask to drink your wine.
Ah,
Drink your hooch.
Because also the
Okay.
other thing, you always refill your water skin when you leave town with water for free. So
right. Okay. Go for it.
yeah, I
Uh,
will. But we have to wait for Sean to get back so he knows what we're.
Okay, I'm back.
Sean, okay, we have a question about town.
Sure.
So you said that the cost of living is like minimum
Yeah.
right now. So does that include so if you do nothing, it's automatically 1. But what if you do something worth 1? Is it just 1 still?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's always something. Got it. Okay.
what was that?
It's Sasha. She's just
What is she?
she's doing something in the background. I don't know.
Given the dog attitude, sounds like.
Yeah.
She sounded very strange.
Don't
Ugh.
sass the dog.
The dog. I mean, sometimes they deserve it.
Dogs don't know what sarcasm is.
Okay, so we're gonna camp outside the walls, and I'm gonna drink Mateus's wine and try and recover from angry.
Okay, so you're Your town. Wait, let's follow the rules of the town. Let's go through them just because they're slightly different. But yeah, you still get to try to recover outside. I don't think it's.
I mean, that still happens, right?
I don't think you camp outside. I think you just spend the checks to try to recover.
Yeah,
That's
but like
it.
have like a quote unquote camp, right? You still like you can still trigger camp instincts, right?
I'll say yeah, probably camp instincts are fine. I don't think you can spend checks to do camp stuff because it's not that quite like that anymore. I don't think. So at the gates, the players spend remaining checks to make recovery tests. The players dispose of spoiled food. The game master rolls town event. Players level up and strategize as appropriate about their loot. Players survive the loot. And find the combinations for weary characters. So yeah, we'll start with recovery tests.
Okay, so I'm gonna drink his wine.
Gives you additional die on your recovery test to recover.
Yep.
Does the character sheet still say what your recovery is?
Up to.
Oh.
Will up. So here we go. Wow.
4 successes. You
Well done,
recovered.
me.
Why is your nature not maxed out? Oh, because we increased it. It should be maxed out.
Yeah.
When we
I know, but I think that was the compromise we came to because I had to change. I changed it, so I said, okay, we'll just make it so my nature isn't max as part of the compromise.
Okay, right. Go, because you
When
don't
we-
have
right. I had to change my
Arcanist anymore.
That
Right.
was part of the compromise we made.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, I remember that conversation now. Does anyone else have checks, or is that the remaining checks?
We only had one.
So
You can't trigger. Can you trigger camp instincts or no?
We'll say yeah. Yeah, sure. It's not quite camp, but close enough.
I just don't know if that's how that works.
I mean, I'm gonna say sure. You have to spend checks. It's an opportunity where you spend checks. So yeah. Because you could just reward it all the camp instincts to say always anyway, and they could trigger in town and all that jazz.
so after camp, do we go back to being fresh?
No. The only way to maintain fresh is to have no camp instincts, and then successfully pay your bills when you leave town. And also have
No what? No.
no like depletion of your nature. So your nature has to be maxed. And
You have to have max nature and no bills when you leave town,
and no
then you're fresh.
conditions. Yeah.
And no conditions, and then you're fresh.
Yeah. Fresh is rare to behold.
Is the like lodging a bill? I guess.
Yeah, the lodging will be a bill depending where you stay.
So if I pay for my one lodging this time, I get my fresh back.
If you successfully pay, yeah.
Cool.
So what's the benefit of having fresh?
Gives you +1 dice for being fresh.
For everything.
Everything?
Yeah, just
everything.
+1 dice, yeah.
Okay.
That's being said, let's talk about what your plate is worth. It's not quite a plate, but I'm gonna say it's a plate. And
Tile.
It's not a stack of plates, but I'm gonna say it is in fact equivalent to a stack of. Why not?
It's a golden tile.
I'm just trying to find the loot section. The gate, level up, divide loot, guild hall, loot, spending, loot for cash, loot covering town. Try to find the loot. Dropping loot. Hordes and hordes. No. Didn't really win a lot of things. Loot is clues. Loot. There we go. Looting the area. Loot table. No. Lootable loot. Value. Magic. Different. It's all new stuff for me. but I'm just looking for the.
Okay. Yes, okay. If for some unholy reason they have unspent checks and no conditions while entering town, they should count their lucky stars and discard the checks. Fair enough.
Yeah, so it's not quite a camp, but
Can I still trigger my instinct?
He said yes.
yeah,
Okay.
we can, because yeah, I think
All right, bomb time.
fine.
Time for bombs.
If you fail, I'm gonna say yeah, you're not gonna. You might potentially get kicked out of town because they don't want people making bombs in town.
That's why I'm outside town.
Yeah, well,
Just outside.
they might just
Right on the other side.
not let you
No
inside. But yeah,
They have
Yeah.
like camp instinct too.
Look, just don't anger me. I won't set it off in town then. Wait, that's not a threat. Don't tell them that. It was
fine.
alchemist for incendiary devices, right?
pardon?
It was alchemist for incendiary devices, right?
Yeah, it's alchemist. So what kind of incendiary devices you want?
Oh damn, I could have treated Andrew because he has bruises and bumps or something, right?
Yeah. What kind of
Oh well.
alchemist do you? What kind of incendiary device do you want? They'll make incendiary devices, right? Yes, of course. It's inflammables and
Yeah.
explosives.
Nail bomb.
A mail bomb?
Just a bunch of like caltrop stuff.
Oh, nail. I thought you said mail bomb. Like, I'm not putting bombs in people's mailboxes.
Hold on, I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty.
Stick rocks inside. I don't know. Something simple.
I'm trying to think. What if I were to? Maybe it's not a bomb, but if I have a. No, I don't think I have any items I can like transmutate into bombs or give bomb properties to.
No, but do you want to like make something?
Yeah, I'd love to make like a little like glass swan or something that I can put down, and if I touch the beak, it is like a timer.
Okay, and what does it do?
Just explodes. Like it could just blind a whole room essentially.
Okay.
Like a flashbang. I just want to make a flashbang.
Flash powder. Okay. I'll say it's a flash powder usable for one test and will equal +1 skills weapon. Probably gonna be maneuver. So op 3.
Ob 3.
You can use it as a maneuver in a kind of fighting kind of conflict, or use it, yeah, against an enemy in if it's not quite in a fight conflict, and you're trying to use it as a surprise, temporarily blind them.
And no one can help during an instinct, right?
No, unless they have an appropriate instinct.
Okay. I'm still fresh, so I get an extra die, hopefully.
So what are you trying to do exactly?
I'm making a tiny glass swan so that during a maneuver, when I'm maneuvering during a conflict, I can use it as a device to like blind them. It's essentially like a flashbang.
Ah, okay.
Here we go. I really hope that I got some 6s so I can explode some fate, so I can level up when we enter town.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, cat just threw up.
Oh.
Darn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you don't make it, and it's because they've the authorities confiscated your gear and are mad at you, and they say if you make an incendiary bomb one more time in town, we're arresting you on suspicion.
Oh crap! What gear did they take from me?
Just your incendiary gear. It's gonna be one dice harder to make it, and they're not gonna replenish it. Usually, it'll replenish in town when you go. They're definitely not giving you back your incendiary stuff in the town.
Okay, well I'll just make some more later.
So you're at -1 alchemist to make incendiary devices
You
Minus
go to
one?
until you go to a town. where you can't
until you go to a
touch
different town, or
Alrighty.
try to collect gear, like scavenge stuff for it.
from like the ruins of a town or something. Maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so I'm at negative. Like I lose a die, or
Yeah, you'll just be a penalty. There's just a penalty on you.
Alchemist, but just for that purpose.
Yeah,
okay, that's fair.
they'll just write that in.
I guess I just can't make stuff then. Darn it.
So can I still trigger my combat instinct, or are they like shooing us into town, saying get on with your business?
I'm probably gonna say yeah, they're shooing you into town. They're like, what are you doing
Okay.
here? Why are you doing here? Because you're now meeting the guards, which I now have to roll for.
That was an incendiary device. It was we were celebrating a marriage.
Also trying to find
Fellas, don't take my incendiary
Trying
device.
to find out how much loot die. Nice. Loot. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how much loot is in this area, or like from that thing. How much worth? Definitely not a magical item. Treasure. Not small coins. Gems, jewelry. Did they get rid of like a stack of plates? Potions, items, weapons, gear.
What do you think,
I'm just looking for like plates. As like a thing.
Josh?
It used to be treasure table. Now there's no treasure table. Potion table, a cursed item, a stuff. That's not treasure. And jewelry, gems, books and maps. Sub table. Jewelry, coins, gems, books, potions. Coins.
Here we go.
Coins.
Silver plate is 3D.
Okay, 3 dice then. Sure, yeah, we'll count it as, it's not quite a plate, but if you use it, they're gonna be all, if you fail to sell it, they're gonna be mad at you for stealing from them.
Okay.
Possibly ejecting you from the
Before I try to sell it, I
Just
could
a
look
We have
around.
to choose our accommodation, Sean?
Hmm?
We have to choose our accommodation first, don't we?
Venture
Or did I miss
design.
that?
Yeah,
Can
just
I-
a sec. I'm just trying to figure out how to roll on the tables here. Roll for at the gates.
Event.
Then I roll on the town table. So roll town events. Town event bonuses. Town events are difficult to modify in one's favor, but they're a handful of things. If you make a steward test to help with the town, you can gain a bonus for next time you come here. Scald, Thurge. You can pray at a shrine and get town. Okay, so town events rolls. Each disaster rolled causes an ongoing -1 penalty to the town event for that settlement. Each disaster imposes a cumulative penalty. This is just the standard town stuff. Eventually, I want to include the other things. Where's the table? The page number is the table on. Town event result. On the previous page? No. Even in this guide. Accommodations, town. Oh, there, right, it's too much haggling table. What's the haggling table? It's the shrines. Marble ovens, the streets. There. Success telling tales? No. Temple. Oh my god. I thought it would be simple. Okay, so right, town event table. Event table.
Right. Can
Town
I look
events.
around?
Sorry. Honestly, I don't see there's no event table. Ah. Is that a camp events? Oh, maybe it's just a section. Oh, it's a reference section. Perfect. Town events. There you go. Roll for town events. Game Master rolls 36 on the appropriate town table. So the thing about town, Matthias, is that we kind of like zoom back out, and everything costs money. Usually, you can imagine like going and talking to people. You don't know anything, and it's illegal for just a random person to talk to an adventurer because you're essentially a homeless person, and they don't like you. So you have to bribe them even to get directions to do things, even simple things.
I just wanted to look around to see if there's a subsidiary of the Black Diamond Guild in this town.
Can I hang out with you to help guide you around? Like maybe you don't have to bribe people when you're
Need
guides.
to decide on our accommodation first.
Yeah, just a sec. I'm just trying to figure out town rumors. No. Wizard's Tower, remote village, Village's Bastion, Elf Home. There we go. I rolled 3d6. Did someone roll 3d6 for me? Tell me the result.
I'll do it.
What's the result?
Can I use a fate? Let me use a fate.
You can't use a fate. What's the
Damn it. Okay.
What's the number?
It's good enough.
15.
15. Wanderer's
Nothing bad will
gift.
happen.
An ancient elf matron approaches you with a gift of elven waybread. The waybread acts as a preserved ration, but it is pack 1 for 6 portions.
Oh, hell yeah.
However, when used with the cook or Grace of the Lords of Plenty prayer, each piece acts as a fresh ration. So it's easier to cook with in cooking tests.
That's awesome. Maybe one of us can train up cook with this. Do we each get a measure of it?
No, I'm just access preserved rations. No, I'd say it's 1 portion because it feeds a bunch of people.
Okay. I'll take it and put it in my bag because I have lots of space.
Cool. Zaboon at the gates.
What's it called? Whey bread?
Yeah, whey bread. That's fun. Now we determine accommodations. They don't let you sleep in a flop house. There is no flop house. They don't. Each person lives in their own home. That being said, you can go stay with your parents, but your parents doesn't want a bunch of people sleeping in their house. So you can go.
I can sleep with my parents.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sorry,
saying.
that came out wrong. Stay at my parents' house.
Sure. That being said, probably unlikely that there's a just because of the facts that you know that this place has been sealed up for the past like century, that there would be a subsidiary of probably a Dwarven, at least a Dwarven human led kind of smuggler's place. So if you want to like look for someone who might be affiliated with them, even loosely, you can still do that. Of course.
So I can stay with my parents, and it doesn't increase my cost of living, right?
It doesn't. So you still get to do a thing.
Okay.
Because if you don't do anything, it does. It's just one.
It's always gonna be minimum 1. So I'm gonna do some personal business and try and speak to those in charge and tell them I have reopened the seal and in order to inform them of the bad state of the forest.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I want to look for somewhere to smuggle, like to sell this golden plate where I'm not going to make anybody mad.
Okay. Just a sec. Okay, so just before we do that, we're gonna find out where you're gonna stay. So you have loot. Yours is worth 3D. Steed says he has loot. He also has the chance of stealing something in town. But we'll do that as we go. I believe, or is that still a thing, Steed?
Yeah, still a thing.
Okay,
What do you mean it's worth 3D?
3 dice with treasure. So when you buy something or pay your bills after the words, you have one object that's worth like a bonus plus 3 dice. So the cost of living will add up basically to the obstacle when you leave, which is your bills. So it's kind of all abstracted for a single roll, and that you will have 3 dice on that roll to try to make it.
Yeah. So basically, like if you want to buy something, the cost is measured in dice,
Right.
and the dice is like treasure.
And so you go to the
So you have one piece of treasure worth 3 dice, right?
Does my haggling skill not allow me to try and sell it for more?
You can. So, but haggling increases your cost of living by 1 also. The town screws you over. You need a bunch of treasure. Yeah.
Well, why would
You can still
haggling
haggle.
increase it?
Because you gotta give them the money to.
You gotta know people, right,
You
to
gotta-
get a good deal.
Yeah.
Glad hand and talk to people and pass around some this and that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then why would
it could still be worth it.
It could double it, for example, which gives you 6
okay.
dice, but it's still gonna increase your. And then you probably will want to do a bunch of stuff in town, with a bunch of personal business in town, as well as stay at like a good place or something. And then,
Well, let's do it.
okay, so
You don't have any chances to haggle, so I'd recommend doing
where
it
are you
as often as you
staying?
can.
Where are you staying first? You
What
gotta
was that, Chris?
find.
What was that?
I recommend haggling like as often as you can, because
Yeah.
you don't have that many opportunities to do it, honestly. So
No, I'm gonna do it.
So where are you staying? In on the streets, in an inn, a hotel? I guess you can't stay in an. Can you stay in an inn? Yeah, there's an inn and a hotel.
I'm staying with my parents.
I think that the tavern is a place you could stay at. Or you can stay there. Wait, can you? No. Can you? You can visit there. Oh, it's this recovery option. Okay, yeah. It's not an accommodation. So street, inn, hotel, or home, essentially. The inn costs 2 and the hotel costs 3 as base. Streets are free, but they can possibly give you you can become sick staying on there.
Health test, right? To get sick.
Why? The hotel costs 4 and the inn costs 3.
No, the inn costs 2 and the hotel costs 3 as
Oh.
plus your base cost of living.
So why would anybody stay at hotel?
It gives you free recovery on exhausted and gives you a +1 die on recovering from injured or sick. Also gives you 2 recovery tests automatically. And also gives you +2 recovery tests automatically. I'm just saying that you can't stay at Flophouse because they don't have such shoddy things in such a great place. The elves, and but you know, being that staying at an inn is expensive. And
I'm surprised they even have an inn or a hotel at all, being that they've been cut off from the rest of the world for 100 years.
Yeah, but people owned the inn, and going there, they would be like, oh, there's a people, and that's probably why they don't have like a workhouse either, because there's not really a place to stay. Everyone has a house.
They kept an inn for 100 years with no one coming in, huh?
It's like half a century, probably 50 years. And probably they're not doing anything else really, right? They're not gonna change it into like hotel or not, you know what I mean? They're not gonna. If everyone already has a home and they're all doing stuff, they're not exporting things as a society. They're just kind of stagnated, and they're entering dreamland, which they do from time to time. There's a new location also, I think, in elves.
I wonder what the owner of these hotels like did for a living for all this time. Then
Yeah, like, can we just go there and just pay nothing?
You cannot pay your bills on purpose and rack up a thing, but then they might not want you back. You might be branded a criminal and get guards sent on you.
Alrighty.
gosh, these are some greedy elves. They could go 50 years without any guests, and they were just fine.
We have never actually had bill collectors coming after us. I don't think in playing this game because we're so paranoid about it.
Yeah, which
Well,
I
it's 'cause
think,
we're afraid of, like,
also
Okay.
they were
real
like,
life.
people are super paranoid. Let's give you the +1 just so that it's more likely to happen. So I'm imagining some people are staying on the streets and some people might be staying in an inn. Who's doing what? And I think you're
So if I'm looking for information on this guy, is staying at an inn gonna like help me meet people
It
and
makes no
expand my
difference.
circle?
makes
It
no
makes no
difference.
difference. Okay. Yeah, then I may as well stay on the streets.
Okay, so you're staying on the streets. Anyone else staying on the streets? Inn costs 2.
Yeah,
Resources?
2 cost of living +2 your bills.
I'll stay on the streets.
You're staying on the streets.
Let's all stay on the streets. We
You're
can,
staying on
we
the
can be
streets, and
homeless together.
you're staying with your parents' house. Is that correct?
Correctosaurus.
Okay, let's quickly do.
They are happy to see me.
They are not happy to see you. They're like, what the heck you?
Alfred,
good
who's
for
your
nothing.
friends?
Okay,
Your dad
so
wants to charge you rent.
parents, when staying with parents, parents do not pay for the room and board. Characters instead they pay the tax of querulous glances, inquiries about the stains on your undergarments, and investigations into the recesses of your pack. When visiting a character's home for the first time, roll a d6 and note the result. The old place isn't quite as you remember it. So roll a d6. What did you roll?
1.
You rolled a 1?
Yep.
Yep.
You mean your parents are disappointed in you?
His parents were the hotel owners, and they've had no guests, so they've gone into ruin.
We will see.
You got 3 friends who aren't paying to stay here.
Their house is equivalent to the stables. It's not quite what you remember it. So,
Why is there a horse in here?
why is there a horse?
Is there a horse in your childhood bedroom?
Why is this ground covered in hay? So the players will parents will provide you according to the accommodation rules, according to its equivalent. So it's equivalent to stables. You stay there for free. I think you can make 1 test to recover exhausted, angry, afraid, all that. Potentially, I think you're already possibly recovered.
I'm good.
Adventurers
Yep.
may store a cache with their parents, so you can store items there.
Oh, really? I can store items with them? Cool.
And they can generate a small craft or trade item that can be generated with their skills. Doing so will eat into their livelihood. But no, take it. You need it.
Aw.
So I think they're
That's sad.
healers. So if you wanted to, them to have like a poultice, they'll give you a poultice and be like, no, take it. It's fine. It's fine.
Well,
Are they
as
healers?
you know,
Are they healers? I think they're healers, right?
I think they're they're pathfinders actually.
Oh, they're pathfinders.
My mentor is a healer.
Okay. Well, then I don't know what they would give you. Small craft item or trade item that could be generated
Machete.
with their skill. I don't know if you can generate items with Pathfinder. Oh well. That rules. That's fine.
Let me look. See Pathfinder's gear entry.
Oh, they can give you some
Pathfinding gear.
some oil maybe, or like
Let me see.
lantern oil. I don't know. It's not like real Pathfinder gear, I don't think. But I feel like flint and steel or like whatever. If you assume that they're like guides essentially for like the town, but
Yeah.
also through the.
Well, if
through
you're fine with the
forest.
flask of lamp oil, I'm fine with that.
Yep, they'll give you a flask of ramp oil. You know, doing
Just
so
one?
will eat into their
Or two?
savings because
Because 2 flasks is pack 1.
yeah.
Okay. 2 flasks of lamp oil for me. Haha. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, they, doing so
I'm
will
sure
eat
you-
into their livelihood. But no, you take it. You need it. It's fine.
I do need it. It's true.
Okay.
I know. I'm not mad. I'm not.
Town friend, you don't have a town friend. Adventuring friend, you don't have your mentor here. Enemy. Enemies thwart schemes and steal their glory. What more can an adventurer ask for? Enemies can appear at the discretion of the game master any time during the adventure or town phase, but most often crap up in town.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I want to find my enemy. I'm not sure how that works on the system.
Okay. That being said, we all know where we're staying. Do we roll now at the street? Life on the streets could do nothing.
Hello?
Yeah, I heard you. I think we'll
Oh, okay.
all roll now for the street stuff though, because I think some
Okay.
of them you're just arrested or you're like driven out of town or you can't do anything for the town time.
Yeah. So you gotta roll for it now.
So we'll roll for it now to see if you have time to bear. So roll 2d6 and we'll see what happens.
Me?
Everyone who's staying on the streets, yeah.
How do I just pick the die to
So
roll?
you just slash R base
Oh.
2d6, or you can use the little dice icon on the far left and then click 2 of the d6. You can go on the bar and do that, or do slash R.
/R 2d6?
I don't know the difference, but the one that's beside the shift button, I think, is the right one.
Yeah, that's /. And is it all together, or is there a space after the /?
Space after R. Space after the command. So it's basically you're doing the roll command and then the 2d6 as the input.
All right,
Space after.
that worked. 11 from me.
11, you say?
Yep.
You're aroused from town. You got busted for being a vagrant. You and other vagrants, you and the other vagrants are roused from town unless wanted for a crime, in which case you're arrested. You may not conduct further business in town. Roll once on the tavern rumor table.
Wait,
You guys all got rounded up and kicked out of town for being vagrants.
We have
actually,
money.
wait, hold on. Can I show them my card and tell them no, we're undercover? So I'm a cop. I got that.
Thanks.
Clearly, you're not an elf, so they're not going to listen to you.
Damn it! Ah,
So
All right, guys, I'm hanging out with Mom and Dad having a chat.
roll
Elfin
once on
Just
the
out.
rumor
They're like
table.
plying me with food and drink and lamp oil.
They're like,
You guys are meanwhile
You're a
like
little
under
too-
arrest.
oil?
you were a little too conspicuous, being a dwarf and a group of humans sleeping on the streets.
So what are we rolling now?
You roll once on the rumor table. I'm trying to find the rumor table. Successful telling tales, unsuccessful telling tales. Shrine, heart haggling, which you didn't even get to because you got kicked out.
It's 3d6. The tavern rumor table shop?
Yeah, where's that?
It's on page 298.
It's like in the appendices, 298. Okay, yeah. 3d6.
3d6?
Yeah.
Okay, 15.
15. Bonnie Chance?
Oh, wait. That's why. Sorry, I had my other one open. because I was copying some other stats.
Oh,
So I
like-
did the rolls on the other one. That's why you're not seeing it.
Oh, okay. I was like, "Where's your
But
roll?"
I can just do it again here then.
No, it's fine. You rolled in.
Okay.
You rolled in Torchbearer 1. That's
Yes.
all fine. It's the rolls
Sorry,
of
I'll
roll.
close it. I had it open.
Okay,
I'll
so
close it so it
Bonnie
doesn't-
Chance, your host, which is probably some other vagrant that got kicked out of town now that town is open. There's probably a couple of people who went into financial ruin for the
Yeah, I
last
was gonna
50
say,
years and have been living in the
Why don't
streets.
we get
But
rid
they
of these assholes?
they're like, yeah, just leave. So they kicked a bunch of people out. And they will foot your next bill if you deliver their thing. They say they're gonna foot your next bill. If you deliver a small package to the nearby town of Crossroads Keep.
Is it a bomb?
It's pack 2.
Oh, bill for what? We didn't stay anywhere.
Yeah, but like the next
No,
time
no,
you're
like
here,
when
though-
you're next time you're here, they'll pay
Oh,
for
I see.
something.
I see.
But you know, it's
I wouldn't
just
say it probably won't be your entire bill, but he'll probably pay for something. Knowing this game.
Is it a bomb?
I don't know, you can look at it probably.
Well, I'm asking, is it a bomb?
oh, he's not delivering it to you. He's giving it to Ardor.
Oh,
He says he'll
Um,
pay for you next time if you stay here. If you deliver this.
so appraisal is one of my wisest. Can I appraise what it is that he's asking me to deliver?
It's just like a package wrapped in like a sack and like tied up. You can like untie the knot. It's probably really like complicated. Are you just gonna sit there and like try to open it?
Well, how far is this other town that he wants us to
It was
deliver
the town
it
you
to?
exited from,
Oh,
or you came
Wait,
from.
where does he want it delivered to?
Crossroads
oh,
Keep.
sure. I'll
Oh,
deliver
Crossroads
it.
Keep?
Oh,
Sure.
oh, wow. All the way back to Crossroads Keep.
I got a map though. This is a fast travel.
We don't actually.
No?
We have to
Oh.
map between Crowthorne and
Yeah.
Crossroads Keep.
I reread
yeah,
the
you're
thing
right.
and no one did that.
So
Then they,
we'll have you
yeah,
do that next camp phase, maybe.
I need to stub my toe on purpose so I can get a check to map it out.
We'll figure it out. I have a funny feeling once I go talk to the town elders, they'll have something. Oh, bon chance. I see. It's in French.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go back to Crossroad Keeps eventually, so we may as well deliver it for them then. But I'm not gonna go deliver it right now. I'm gonna try and sneak back into town.
Oh, you're kicked out.
Alright,
There's
but I'm
just
not
no
kicked
way.
out.
Yeah, you're done. You're done in town.
Oh,
Town's like
shit.
a mini game that bad stuff happens.
Yeah,
to
town
you.
is basically like a mini game. That's a good way of describing it.
You can get a bunch
they
of stuff
found you
and get a bunch
sleeping
of
on the
rumors.
street your first night, and they were like, "What are you assholes doing here? Get out of here!" And then they kicked you out. But
Well,
you
what if-
ran it. You fell in with another guy who was like, "Hey, well, if you deliver this for me, I'll pay for you. I'll foot the bill next time you're in town."
Okay.
Which is
Well,
a very tall promise, given that you're both being kicked out of town right
Yeah,
now. or whatever.
essentially he's like a vagrant. He's a vagrant promising you that.
yeah. So why would I believe him?
I don't know. He's giving you this thing. He's like, please, come
I'm
on,
not
man.
kicked out. I'm not kicked out. I said as I.
Okay, why should I believe
Thank
you?
Pay your bills next
Convince
time.
me.
Come on.
How do I know you can pay my bills?
Well, if you're not gonna take it, he's not gonna take it. It's fine.
I'll open the package. Let's see what he's got.
Are you gonna open it in front of him? Because he's gonna try to not give it to you if you're not gonna. He's asking you if you're gonna do it, and you're like, I'm gonna open
Well,
the package.
I want some guarantees here, man. I'm fine to deliver it if I know you can pay for this bill, but how do I know you can pay
He's
for the bill?
affronted, and he's gonna take it away then. Like, fine. You don't want my help? I'll get someone else
Could
to do
just
it.
deliver.
And he got.
Could
And
just
then,
delivered the
this is
bomb.
when he's like, he like walks away, and he's trying to like. He's probably gonna try to come back into town, but only to get kicked out again.
You just ripped it out of my hands.
I didn't even give it to you. If you're
Oh, he didn't
you're
even
like,
give it to me.
I need guarantees or whatever, and he's like, well, fine then. Like, what? He is taken aback as you guys are ushered out of town. So, Alflin.
Can I go speak with the town elders now?
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking with town elders, probably looking for someone is probably what we're gonna do. And the looking for someone. Hold on a sec. Not on the town section. Town. There we go. Not right. I don't like using PDFs. Can't wait for the book to come. Town 97. 97. Perfect. Town looking for someone is part of personal business probably. Oh, temple. I think business in town. Asking around. It's not really asking around. Finding someone. There we go. Finding government official ruling class. Don't really care about their thing, but you probably want them willing to listen, willing to help for a price, or loyal to your cause.
Wait, do I have to like choose one of those?
Yeah, I guess you're trying to find someone. Probably
Someone who's willing to listen, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay. Yeah. So some sort of
Yeah, because I don't need them for anything. I just need to speak to them, you know.
Okay.
And maybe I'll tell them what's going on if they want to do something with it. You know, they can,
Okay.
or they can.
All right. Yeah. Up 4 circles.
Sorry, what is it? Circles?
Yeah, circles. Obstacles 4 circles test. Of course, you would have been able to maybe get some help from other people. But
I can.
alas, they got kicked out of town.
Can't trust an elf.
Sorry, what are you saying, Sean? I can't hear.
I said
it
you
keeps cutting out for me.
I said you could have, but alas, they got kicked out of town.
Well, I get plus 1D because I'm in my hometown.
Perfect.
That gives me 4. I really would like to pass this test. How badly do I want to pass this test? All right. No, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just going to make it as we go. So let fate guide me.
Okay. Oh, why did
Oops.
you do it twice?
I double clicked back.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do the first
Well,
one.
I fail.
You fail. And so who were you looking for? Like some sort of like that higher ups?
I don't know. Someone who I believe can like talk to me about like how I've reopened the Silver Seal with the hope that the elves that are now unsealed can help revitalize the forest, which has suffered great depredations. So someone who would be receptive to that.
Okay.
I don't know exactly who that would be, but some town elder, presumably.
Yeah, I think you're meeting with like like a town elder, probably on the ruling council.
Okay.
And he like listens to you.
So I lay out my case and say, the forest needs our help. you may have heard from there's been a dryad who I found lost in the seal who was also bearing this message.
Yeah, and so he hears you out, but instead of offering help, he's kind of like incensed that like the leader of the Silver Seal, like 50 years ago, set out to cleanse the forest of its corruption, the first tree, so they can retake their kind of outpost, and I guess probably where like the Rangers of the Silver Seal probably like stayed with like the dryads in the first tree.
Right.
So he's like incensed and he's kind of angry, and hearing you being like, you gotta help us, and it's like isn't it the Rangers' duty? It's like the Rangers have forsaken their duty, and he's like kind of like goes off, and he's like he gets mad, and he's like, I'm gonna go and speak with them and try to like dissolve the Rangers.
No,
That's what he's gonna try to do.
you don't understand.
Like we need to be more authority.
There aren't any more. They're dead. They died. I'm like all that's left.
Yeah, but there's
I'm
probably
not even really a ranger. I just know about them.
There's probably
I kind of am.
There's probably like a few ranger hopefuls now that like this is opened, but now there's like, we're gonna strip that. Instead, we're gonna do other things, other LV things, like building a boat and sailing out into the ocean.
Yeah, building a boat and fucking off. Sounds about right. Well, good. I'm glad this happened. Now I know what I need to do. I need to cleanse the forest of its corruption and redeem the name of the Silver Seal. The Rangers of the Silver Seal, obviously.
Okay.
I have been given new. I'm not very elf-like in that being told no just invigorates me to do something else. It's kind of humanish of me, but whatever. I don't just meekly accept it and be like, yeah, I guess I'll go sail to the east.
Yeah, well,
no, I'm gonna do something about it. Ugh, no wonder you're an adventurer.
Yeah, basically is what they think. It's like, oh, why would you even try? That's why they're kind of upset that the other person failed, because he tried and failed. Like, that's not very elf-like. All right. Are you doing anything else in town, or you done?
Nope. I'm done.
All right. You're leaving. Your bill is 1.
You're gonna help me look for my enemy?
Not really. Does my hometown bonus count for this?
For your paying your bills?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so, but hometown.
Let's find out.
I mean, your parents might like foot the bill, and then something bad could happen to them later. Oh, I'm like in...
Let me see.
Oh, hometown advantage. It's page 60, I think. On your +1 dice advantage when you resources.
Just for resources.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it's for.
I'm pretty sure it's for circles too, or maybe that was in the previous game.
Oh no, it's your reputation. At level 3, you gain a reputation that gives 1d to your circles in your hometown. So that's what that was. That's a different thing, but it still is a hometown benefit, and I have that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's still correct, but yes, it is literally, that's literally the only thing it's for.
Basically, you know who to talk to and who to pay.
Yeah,
and,
okay, fair
and
enough.
get a deal.
All right, here we go.
You know what promises to make in your hometown. Ooh, nice! You gain a success.
Finally, it's been so long. I've been at resources 1. No, finally, I am at resources 2.
Oh, you only needed 1 pass. That's funny.
So long. Hooray.
Now at 2. Congratulations.
It has been 40,000 years.
All right. Yeah, you exit. Yeah, bail collectors are happy. You know, they're
Does that mean I'm? Oh wait, I don't have full nature. Damn it.
they like tell you something about like like the there's a group of individuals around here that were
Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
causing a ruckus. You know, they might be in the
I'll
forest.
keep an eye out. Make sure to avoid them. You know me, I wouldn't hang around with any degenerates like that.
I was jerk counselor.
Then I like immediately walked to where they mentioned you guys were.
All right.
So you couldn't last 5 minutes, huh? You had to get yourself thrown out of town instantly. Typical.
We were just sleeping.
Yeah, I was having an okay time in Jerk City before we got forcibly removed for no reason.
Just can't trust an elf.
Okay, so when you leave town, before you move back, you can refill your skin or jug at the water. Just because this is unless otherwise prohibited by town. Okay, it's you guys can't. I guess Elfwood can.
I can.
Pay your bills is fine.
So that means we couldn't sell our loot either.
No, you still keep it though.
No, but you still have it.
Yeah. His resources test was basically about promises and stuff.
Hey, Elfwin, did you get help?
There's also a lot of like
the elves.
Abstracted. Like it's assumed that you have like some coin on you, you know, but it's just abstracted away.
So Elfin, you know I'm looking for Clafland of Elmingrad. Did you ask around for me?
Unfortunately, I couldn't locate him, but I'm sure he's not going anywhere.
Where
Nobody
did
in
you?
the town seems to be particularly interested in solving the problem of the forest degradation, which means it falls to me.
Huh.
Hopefully, if we use this place as a home base for further expeditions into the forest, and that bring back further evidence of its decline, more and more people will be willing to help me take it back.
Okay.
Wait,
So
did you get any help from the elves?
No, the elders seem disinterested. The failures of my predecessors weigh heavily on their conscience.
useless.
Yeah, that sucks.
It is the elfin way. They don't like doing things more than once.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
In any event, it falls to me.
Well,
And I intend to follow through.
I need to get back into that town.
Well, you
So
certainly won't without any incentive. Besides, they'll be looking for you. We should give them some time to cool off.
okay. How do the rules work, Sean, for getting into a town that you've been kicked off of? You just can't?
We can't go back into town right now because we don't have any like checks.
Well,
like
you
in game,
you don't need checks.
Town.
You don't need checks to go to town, but you definitely need gear. I'd say you probably couldn't re-enter because they're gonna bar you until you spend some time in the adventure phase. Doing adventures and stuff.
All right.
That being said, now you know how incredibly dangerous and incredibly expensive a town could be. Perhaps you should get some gold in return.
If you want to stay somewhere and do something in Elfheim, it'll cost you 3 dice of treasure minimum.
I had gold. God damn it.
Well, you shouldn't have slept on the street. You should have slept in the inn, and then you would still be in town.
Yeah, but then he would have had to haggle because he wanted to haggle, and then he wouldn't be able to find his person that he wants to
Well, maybe he would
challenge
have.
to a duel.
You never know.
I guess that depending on the haggler test, but the haggler
I
test
would
could
roll
have,
well.
if it could have went bad poorly in the haggling test, and then he would have been possibly arrested as a thief anyway. So you never know.
You just never know when a drain plug might come in handy.
All right.
That being
Well,
said, you head out of town. I'm trying to look for. There's used to be a thing in the thing where it's like you leave town, you get like a cool new thing, and when you leave town about the next adventure. But I don't,
I'll be right back. Just gonna go to the bathroom real
don't
quick.
think that is a thing anymore. I think I have to introduce it.
Sorry, what are you saying?
There used
For
to be
leaving
like
town?
there used to be like a leaving town event that happened. Remember? But that
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be a thing that anymore. It just says free refill, paying your bills, and then it goes on to like bill collectors, and it starts talking about resetting the town. Yeah, but I think So when you leave, probably another member of the council kind of approaches you and says, "Yeah, like we don't have the votes to vote to help, but perhaps like you know making securing the forest or undoing the corruption would probably sway them. But as
I'll
is,
never do that.
there's nothing we could do."
I mean, I was going to do it if they helped me or not, but it's nice to know that I have some friends on the council.
He's like, the votes, the votes. We have to think about the people.
I love democracy. I love the sound it makes when it takes a man's life.
Dark.
Not dark.
I'm
enough.
mixing metaphors there. That's the way I like it.
What is democracy but a miserable pile of secrets?
Have at you.
That being said, you're hungry adventurers looking for the next payday.
Yeah, we need more treasure anyway, honestly. So let's go. Let's get out of here.
Where to?
Well, I think we should get back through the Silver Seal. Or can we just like kind of walk now?
You can walk there. It's now less. You
now it's just,
open
like,
the
in the
way. You have
Now
to
it's
do
just in the mundane forest.
some
basically.
magical BS to get back, which you could do because you have the bow.
Right. So you still need to use magical means to enter and exit?
The Silver Seal, not the. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay, so. Yeah,
Like,
so
if we want to go back to the forest, from the forest,
you just walk now. You can walk there.
That's what I thought.
But to get back to the Silver Seal, you would have to use magical means.
Right. So you can still go back into the Silver Seal and explore in there if you want.
Yeah, it's like a area.
I don't even know how that would work, but you probably could for some reason if you wanted to do that. It's like hammer space, It's its own deal.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're just in the mundane forest, it'll be easier to get back here at least.
But where to? You're.
Well, I say we investigate the forest.
What way?
Well, the forest is
how?
burned out, which is interesting. I wonder why. Is there any area where like the forest looks like especially like bad and terrible that we can investigate?
Are you gonna walk the forest and find out?
I guess so.
All right, Pathfinder. I think 3, maybe 2. Let's go 2.
Okay. I am going to use Firstborn against myself. And I'm going to be regaling my comrades with many tales of my time in Elfheim, which are voluminous and never ending. And I'm not actually paying attention to where I'm going.
I'm back.
Okay, I was gonna talk to Zasha for a second.
Okay.
And we're going back into the Psycho Forest.
Oh, great. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing, but also everything.
What are you sniffing there?
All right.
No, I was talking to my cat.
Oh, cat sipping.
He's sniffing.
Oh, I
Sniffing.
thought your cat was
Pathfinder 1.
sophisticated wine.
I fail.
You are.
But in failing, in another way, I succeed because my Pathfinder is now 5.
Oh, cool. You make your way to
my way downtown.
your way downtown. Going fast. You make your way to a kind of hastily constructed, yes, I'd say shed, but it's not a shed, and it's bigger than a shed, like a building, but more like a camp, really. They're just like piled stuff like in the trees to like block out, like they've piled detritus. But you see a bunch of, like a camp. You can hear the chanting of goblins. Goblins have made their way into the forest. Oh no!
Goblins. They disgust me. What are they doing?
Looks like they're using this place as their personal place to sleep. Using it as a hideout. Ha!
Disgusting. Anyone know anything about goblins?
I know very little about goblins.
Um,
Do you want to spend time?
Can I just work under the assumption that they're superstitious and cowardly?
are goblins like intelligent?
Sort of.
Depends who you ask.
I mean, like, are they sentient?
Yes, they're
in a
sentient.
way.
Like can they speak and whatnot?
Oh yeah, they're speaking goblin.
Okay.
Can I
Some of
make
them know the common tongue.
Can I
if
roll
you're
to
lucky.
know, or
Pardon?
I'd like to figure out who they are.
Well, before we go barging into their camp, maybe we should surveil them.
Okay.
We didn't do that with the elves.
Yeah, but elves were less likely to string us up and murder us. As evidenced by the fact that you immediately walked into town, broke the law, and they didn't string you up and murder you.
How did we break the law? We didn't break any laws.
You broke the homeless law.
Vagrant laws. You're not allowed to just sleep on the street.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe if we were busking, they'd let us stay. Elfin, what do elves think of busking?
we are big fans of musical performance.
Okay, so you're gonna surveil them, or are you going to try to recall tales of goblins? I'm gonna say Corbusier wanted to recall something about goblins.
I would like to, please.
That sounds like possibly Lore Master. Wrong one. Lore Master.
Before we continue, am I no longer fresh?
You are no longer. No one's fresh anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Just want to double. I don't want to cheat on a die roll by accident.
Rolling the wrong dice isn't cheating on the die roll. It's just not knowing the rules well enough. Okay, yeah. So probably folktale. Carrier folktales. Sure. Yeah. I'll say Ob 1.
Okay.
Lore Master test.
Op 1.
This is the first or the second turn on the grind.
I am going to pop a persona for this one. Oh, that shouldn't have rolled. I don't think I rolled yet, did I?
No. Are you on the right? Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
You can open your thing.
There we go. Okay. It rolled.
Why does it say versus obstacle 3?
Oh, God. That's why it was Op 1.
Yeah, you succeed.
Did I succeed? Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to reroll the thing. It's fine.
Okay.
You rolled 3 dice. That's fine.
Yeah, goblins are incredibly warlike. Going so much to say is that there's no real goblin culture. There's no culture in the sense. There's just kind of might is right. They love to fight. They love to lie. They love to steal. They are kind of like spiritual entity in a sense. They're not just like humans. They're definitely like evil magical fairy creatures, but not really fairy creatures. They prefer to victimize humans, elves, and halflings and dwarves. But barring communication, will turn to each other if they have no outlet till, fight, steal, and lie. I'll say there's 6 of them here, and they usually are. It's just like a little crew of goblins. It's not a colony, which would be up to 40 or 60. And yeah, so basically your folktale, it's questionable whether goblins are alive in the same fashion as like humans or halflings or even maybe dwarves, but rather they spring forth from shadows each time a child tells a lie to its mother or a grandchild steals from their grandparent.
Hello?
Yeah?
Hello, yes.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Says they age but do not die from...
Sorry, the audio cut out. I had to rejoin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a goblin springs forth from the shadows every time a child tells a lie or lies to its mother or a grandchild steals from its grandparent. They're not really born. They're born of shadows and are tricksy spirits. Mostly malign. Sometimes like happy and tricky, but mostly malign because they love to fight.
Wow.
They can
horrifying.
die, but they don't die from disease or from. It says sustenance. I don't know what that means.
How do you spell it?
Sustenance?
SENESCENDE.
Oh, the condition or
Essence
process
means
of
aging.
deterioration with age.
Oh, aging. Okay, so they can die, but they don't die from aging. Like they will age and become really ancient, but they won't They want to
I'm
die
gonna
from
kill
old age. So I guess they're effectively immortal. Kind of like elves in that matter. At least elves in my universe.
Yeah, I mean, we don't normally just like die. You know, just get older and older.
They can be slain or driven off, but they soon after they regather on the margins, hungry for more mayhem.
Lovely.
Cool. I guess this
Alright,
is
so-
their what sort of way of a torchbearer's way of being like, it's okay to kill goblins. They're magical creatures.
They're made of
sen-
hard light.
not completely sentient.
Like
in
rabbits.
in the same way that humans are. Like rabbits.
Rabbits are little statues made of clay. Yeah,
Exactly. They seem to feel pain, but in truth, they do not. Anyway,
it's a reasonable facsimile of pain.
anyway, well, I still think we should surveil the goblins. It's because they said they love to steal, so maybe they're stashing goodies somewhere that we can relieve them of.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
So we're gonna do then a scout test. Scout for scout, and remember that it's up to the person rolling to ask if they want help or not. So just remember that help does exist.
Okay.
Um,
I have the scout skill.
What do you say?
okay. As long as
Uh,
Elfwin helps you, you can make the roll then, because he can't just propose a roll and then it's a
Yeah,
rule.
so I will make a scout test. Does anyone want to help? Sorry, what is the option?
No, because Ardor said that he has the skill, so he can scout. But then I said,
Oh, are you doing it? Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem.
but you have to help because you proposed the test. It's the rule.
I mean,
Okay. So if you propose it, you have to help if you can. Got it.
Yeah. Or if you can't help, you actually have to make the test.
do you have that scout skill? I mean, if you do, then
I have scout.
okay.
I can help.
Because you proposed it, it's fine if you want to do the test. I can help instead.
I think let's have Ardor do it because you said yeah, it's good in that way.
You gotta start training up your skills. Anyway.
You need to learn how to make skills tests and all that.
Yeah, and it won't be hard.
It's scout versus I guess nature. Probably half nature. Because I'm neither lying, stealing, or fighting. Which I kind of told you with the success of your thing. So I'll be rolling. So it'll be a versus test against. I'm gonna say probably. I said there's 6 goblins here. So probably only half of them are actually like paying attention. The other half are probably trying to like fight each other. So we'll say 3's helping. Probably 3 dice.
So it's 2 versus 3.
Your scout is how many?
2.
2, and Alpha.
And I'm helping
Says
help
he's
you.
helping.
with my scout. I'm using my sharp eyes to assist, looking for their little goblin hands stashing valuables under a flap of skin or in a small box.
I also
Okay.
help with Scout in that I just more walk wherever I feel, and if I see a goblin, I'll flash my fake cop license because they can't read, so they don't know. They will just trust my authority.
That's definitely not a thing that you could do, and we're just gonna
That-
say that you were doing that because we'll say you do that. You're walking wherever you please. But
Well, that's why I help with Scouts. If you hear something, it's where not to go. Or to go, depends how you feel.
Yeah, I'll help too. I'll use scout. I'll look for like any goblin traps when we're going up.
So how many dice is that from helping?
I'm not sure if
So
Tyler's
it'll be
helping us.
2. Well, Sean said that he does
Oh.
that, but it doesn't help.
Ah, damn, okay.
So you'll take your scout, then you'll add 2 help dice,
Yep.
and you'll make it a versus test against 3 dice.
Okay.
What's your scout or Pathfinder?
What?
So this is where you want to know if you want to like get checks or
Yeah.
like
You can use traits for or against yourself to give yourself an extra die or 1 less. You can spend persona points if you have them to give yourself an extra die. And then after the roll, you can spend fate to also help you get over the hump if you need.
yeah, it's always good to if like the ob is 3, you want to have 6 type thing. If you want to pass it, or like a good chance of passing it,
Well, 6 would be like a very good chance. You would expect to pass
Yeah.
it most of the time.
because it's like 3 floors, right? It's
Yeah,
like
I actually don't know. Sean, didn't you say you found like a chart for Torchbearer?
Well,
not here. I think it did though.
Hello? Is there a question?
yeah.
Was there a question?
Yes.
I-
So didn't you say that there was like a table you found that had like the percentages for success depending on what you're rolling against?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Where is that?
I thought it was always double the ob. Like if you
So I
if you
have the one
ob
I made.
three, get 4.
And it should be in the Google
Oh, is it in the Google Doc?
Doc
Okay, I'll look it
of
up.
the
Anyway,
first
good
edition.
rule of thumb is like twice to have a almost certainly succeed. But if it's equal to it, you'll almost certainly fail.
Otherwise, the link to the other person, the person that made like a better one that has like fate, like the open d6s, it should be high up in the Discord somewhere.
I'll look
Um,
for it.
so I'm born of earth and stone. It's one of my traits.
Okay.
And since we are, in the earth, I'm gonna try and, use that to blend in better and be better at hiding as I scout these guys.
Okay. Yeah. But
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
let's just talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Because like you're not underground, you're on the ground. Is that normal for dwarves to be better at hiding while being on the ground?
Well, this dwarf has been on the ground a lot because it's an outcast.
Like being a dwarf, like advantageous. Does like all dwarves are better at hiding, like when they're being able to like feel the earth under their boots.
I think so. And they're also smaller, they're shorter.
No, I like
Stockier.
that. Yeah, I like that. Sure. Yep. That's good.
Okay. So stealth. Okay. All right. So that's 5 versus 3. I guess that's good enough. Try and do this roll. Okay. 4 successes versus the opponent got 1.
Yeah. So you're like
Looks like the goblins were all drunk.
you're surveilling them, and like the couple, they're like fighting each other. There's like 3 of them. There's like kind of play fighting, but like definitely not trying to not injure each other, but they're kind of like evenly matched. They're just like fighting with short swords. The other couple are like just looking about, trying to be shifty. You see one of them kind of like sneak away, kind of like into the middle of the camp, and like climb a tree that's like kind of like rotten out, and like he like you see him like grab a handful of coins and like gingerly like pick a few and put them in his pocket. It's obviously that they've stolen this from someone else, but not being currently near anybody that this one's stealing from the others supply, or like their central stash, as is his nature wants him to do.
All right. Well, let's get back to the group and relay this information back to the guys.
Well, we're helping, so
I like to think I'm helping, even
Well.
if it's not. I hope the
So
same.
also you mark a success on your scout if you haven't.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it reminds me.
On your skill, give yourself a
Hopefully-
success on your scout.
Hopefully everyone else has been doing that too, Corbusier, with the fail on your lore master.
Oh,
The
yeah, it's
pass?
there. It's on BL actually, which is weird.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah,
So
like
what
I have a lore master of 0.
what happens when you
Oh.
get the
That
2
doesn't
successes?
sound right. Wizard should have Lore Master.
My lore master is 0, unless I copied it over from my sheet wrong.
Yeah, check your sheet. They should have at least probably like 2 or 1.
Yeah, it should be at least 2.
So what did you say, Matthias, before I cut you off?
What happens when you get the amount of successes to fill out? So I guess it's equal to the number.
So that's when you level up the skill.
No, you wait for the number of fails also to fill out.
Yes, you need the.
Oh, I
full-
see. I
yeah,
see.
so you need the equal to your skill number in successes and equal to your skill number -1 in fails to level
Fair
it
enough.
up.
Okay.
Both pass and fail in order to get better.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I got lore master and laborer mixed up.
Ah, that makes sense.
Okay, I put in the wrong one.
I assumed your lore master must be like pretty good because I remember you used it.
Yeah. So
Okay, sorry. So I also Sean cut out a bit when he was explaining where the treasure was. Where was it?
It's on a tree, kind of in the middle of the
Tree.
camp.
yeah, so like
Right.
their camp is more like mostly like burnt out detritus stacked in the lower boughs of a lot of like a couple of nearby trees, kind of forming maybe like a kind of rough square-ish in like 4 trees with like branches and stuff like from tree to tree, like other like not branches but like other fallen half dead trees. And in the center, like in the kind of the center of one, because it's more of like a triangle shape, but the one that's kind of closer to the center is like a bigger one that's like hollow, and there's like a little like a hollow maybe kind of maybe 4 feet up. Like the little goblin had to climb up and he stuck his hand and he grabbed a couple of shiny coins and like put them in his like rags or what have you, whatever they're wearing. I don't know if they're even wearing rags. Maybe just like kind of snuck away and like put them in his mouth maybe and like climbed away, back down and was like trying to be not unseen.
I can probably get in there and relieve them of them without them noticing.
Well, some of the money is in one of their pockets. So if we want it all,
Most of it's be in the hidden place,
most of it, yeah.
If we can avoid a fight, all the better.
Okay, let's see if we can sneak it out.
All right, I'm gonna. Can goblins see in the dark? I wonder. I was gonna say we should wait until the sun goes down, and so that there's better chances of seeing it. But it'll probably just hurt me as much as it would them. So maybe I'll just go for it now.
Well, why don't we just wait until they go to sleep? Then we can just take out their guard.
Yeah, they probably won't set a watch, or if they do, it'll be less vigorous than what they're currently doing. So I like that idea. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So as the Sasha's.
The dog ate the house.
It's funny hearing Sash in the background, always panicking.
She's our unofficial like 6th member.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably the dog's like licking the plate or something. Who knows?
The dog has learned to cook.
The dog is making his own breakfast today. No.
The dog's breakfast in here.
Sure. Yeah. You are sorry. What was the question? Or action? Wait. What was I doing? I something. So you guys said something, and then I was.
I'll wait for sundown.
Oh yeah, waiting for sundown.
They go to bed.
So yeah, it becomes clear to you that they're waking up as the sun goes down. They're becoming more active, and they're more like fighty, and they're like possibly gonna be setting out to find people.
That's kind of good.
Maybe we could just wait for them to leave too. Yeah, if they're gonna.
We won't get all the treasure, but it'll be easier.
let's just wait for them to leave.
Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna set out and look around. Are you gonna try to remain hidden?
Oh, sure.
The goblins are looking around.
Yeah, they're gonna start looking for people to steal from. They're heading
Oh.
out.
Oh, okay. Great. Then that'll be even easier for us.
They won't
Let's go.
expect us so close to the camp.
Let's
We'll
go
hide.
hide.
But yeah, they're on their way to try look. They're trying to scout people to and see things and other goblins or any wayward soul. There's that.
Hiding is in my nature, so I will hide.
So I'm gonna say they're trying to steal. At least they're on their way to. So they're going to be rolling, and all of them are helping. So they're all gonna go. So they're gonna roll 8 dice.
I am hiding.
Okay, it's within your nature, but you'll be rolling scout, so you could use persona to give your full bonus if you wanted to, but it's gonna be strictly
Sure.
scout versus 8.
I will spend a persona to give myself my nature. And it is inside my nature.
What's
so you
your
said it was a
nature?
first roll, and they're rolling how many dice?
8.
Jesus.
All right. I'm rolling 8 too,
What?
at least.
How are you rolling that many?
Scout is 4. Hiding is within my nature, so that gives me an additional 4 dice.
What do you mean it's within your nature?
So an elf's nature is like you have a nature too, right? So if you look at your nature, there should be 3 descriptors. I don't know what they are for.
Running, boasting, and demanding. It's under your abilities on the top right. As human.
Oh, right.
You're a dwarf, so you should have individual nature descriptors. I don't know what yours are.
Yeah.
My point is where I'm literally hiding. So what I can do is I can spend 1 persona and then add my current nature value as a number of dice to my roll. So I spend 1 persona and that allows me to add 4 dice to my roll because it's within my nature. You can also use them for things that are outside your nature, but it's more risky because if you fail, then it's bad. Then bad things happen. But you can still do it. But that's more of like a Hail Mary kind of play. I'm actually gonna. Can you and any of you guys help me?
I can help you.
Yeah, we could help even
With
if you top nature,
Scout.
right?
Yeah, I'm using Scout. I'm just tapping my nature.
Okay. Yep, I could scout. I'm just gonna put like leaves on top of us, more leaves, before they head to us.
I'm gonna throw a rock so they think we're somewhere else that we're not.
Wait, Sean, you here?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna put leaves in front of us.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just
I'm
listening
gonna-
to you guys. I'll jump in with a commentary
And,
that you're doing that, but it doesn't help if I so on. But you have scout, right?
Scout 3.
Yep. I also have scout to help with.
So describe how your Scout helps.
Because I'm a dwarf, of course, I dig a small pit for us to sit in and be more inconspicuous.
I'm also gonna spend 1 more persona just to add 1 more dice because I want to spend a 20 persona so I can level up.
I'm gonna use sound. I'm gonna bounce sound so it makes it sound like we're somewhere else.
Didn't
Or
you
we're
say
not
you were
there.
gonna?
Sorry.
Didn't you say you were gonna throw rocks?
I'm gonna do that. I don't know if anyone said that's okay or not.
Well, Sean didn't say it wasn't. So
All right,
assume
so I throw a rock, then they think the rustling is somewhere else.
you're distracting them by
Yeah,
throwing rocks around. Okay.
distraction is just like scout.
If we're not here, we're over there. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
All right.
Blowed them.
they're like, "Did you hear that? Something's over there!" And they like go. They're like, "Yeah, let's get him!" And they all rush over into the wilderness, and they're like quickly disappear. They're
yeah.
nearby-ish, but not too far away. But
Let's be quiet and ransack their treasure.
All right.
Who they got?
Go
Like
take a
dried
look.
grass and some grub. What kind of treasure do goblins keep?
Tiny
We'll find
kind.
out.
all right, so
Like, I imagine it's like severed hands.
we'll run. We'll run as a scout versus half their scout. To sneak into there, like take it. Without being heard, seen, because they're like within earshot. You can kind of hear them. They're making a little bit of ruckus. They're like, "Did you hear that?" And they're like running around. They're not.
Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, I'm good.
So you're gonna sneak in and ransack their goods. I think that's gonna be a scout versus, I think 4 days.
Sorry, who's going to do that? I mean, is it going to be me?
Um,
Well, you described it, but
yeah.
as long as you help, someone else can make their own. I'm happy with that.
Wait, we roll?
Wait, didn't he just roll?
That was to
Yeah.
that was to hide
hide.
from them when they were leaving, but
They were
now it's
leaving,
to.
yeah. Now we have to get into their camp and steal their stuff.
Oh, well,
Is this like this? The getting in, taking their stuff, and leaving.
kind of made for stealing, so I'm
You
down
can do
for
it.
stealing. Yeah, I will go in there and as quick as possible, like a mouse, and start stealing their precious.
After
stuff.
this roll, the grind will take over again, and I'm just gonna take out my dog just now. So hopefully you roll good, and then you run away, and then I'll describe what you find.
What's the odds, Sean? Versus
But before I go in there, I'm gonna always search for secrets. Use my instinct. Oh God, he's gone already.
take out his dog, so we'll have to wait for him to get back for him to.
Because instincts don't require
They-
grind,
yeah, they
right?
don't
So it's pretty
trigger.
instant.
Yeah.
So I'll probably use my instinct before I start searching. What did you say that the roll was? Was it scout?
It will be scout. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't think he gave an ob either.
Well, if you want to trigger your instinct, he'll have to set knob, right? So
I wouldn't mind trying these bean dice, personally.
Just waiting for Sean.
Yep.
Yeah, he's taking the dog.
So are you describing stuff?
Sorry. Steve wanted to trigger his instinct before he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he said he wanted to look for any secrets that we didn't
Ooh.
notice.
Okay, yeah. I like
So
that.
like I'm gonna run in there and just comb through like their bed sheets, anything that looks like a chest, even if they have one, or just anything I would look if I'm hiding precious coin.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see what the ob would be rolling against.
I feel like I have like 20 seconds or 15 seconds. Like I'm just like we're going there really fast and then running out.
Yeah.
We also need to steal the things that we actually know are there.
Yeah.
So you'll have to make a check for that regardless. But you should do your instinct first.
And I could add my nature descriptor to my instinct.
Yeah, if it's within your nature, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna
spend
run in
your
really
turn and
fast.
activate
I'm running really fast.
Okay.
Starting to look around everywhere. So
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna say it's probably trying to find something that's like small in size, and you're gonna have to guess this location. So it's gonna be ob 6.
this is a scout test.
Yeah, it'll be a scout test. Sorry, yeah. Because you're basically guessing that, you know, they will think
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you and hide things in spots.
Sorry, it's my first roll. I don't know how to use the system. Is click scout. I'm rolling 3, so I guess I could use. I want this to pass.
So you're changing your nature. You could use a persona to add your nature dice. Want it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
So, that's 7. You can change the
So 7.
obstacle. I guess like I can change it. Cool.
Oh, nice.
No, it's 6. Sorry.
6. I can't get help, but I could ask for aid for this, for instincts.
Yeah. They can use their wises if they have the right wises.
Do you guys have any wises to help steal stuff?
I have trap wise. I also have explosion wise. If you want me to find an explosion.
I can help you appraise whatever it is that you steal, or to find the things that are more valuable to steal.
Yeah, I don't want
Unfortunately,
you
none
guys.
of my wives really apply here. I don't think.
What if you
So-
find like a bracelet that turns out to be a bear trap? I could find that for you.
I can just tell you what to steal.
If it was a pile of treasure and you were looking for the most valuable things, I think that would be appropriate, but I don't think that's appropriate.
I don't know how much treasure we're gonna find, so
Yeah.
Sean, what is the use nature for the inside or outside?
It probably tells you it's within your nature. It's like inside your nature, right? So
Oh, okay, sure. And then I'll spend persona just so I can start leveling up. For an extra dice.
that reminds me. If someone's helping someone else and they want to mark advancement for that skill test, before the dice is rolled, you can spend a fate as a helper to mark the result for the skill you helped with.
Cool. Yeah, is that new?
That is
Or-
really new, yeah. Before you used to spend a check, but now you can spend a fate.
Oh, that's way better. 'Cause, yeah, no wonder nobody's ever going to spend a check on that.
Sean, I also have heist wise. I forgot how to use my wises after the roll.
You can either spend a fate to reroll one failed dice, or you can spend a
Persona to reroll
reroll all the dice.
All dice. Okay. Yeah.
all failed
I,
or just
Yeah.
all day.
yeah. I'll spend a, and because it's 6, I only have 8 to use. It's fine. I won't use a trait. I don't think any of my traits work with this. You know what? What is Devil May Care again?
That's like being a thief and thiefy stuff. You could probably use it here, but you gotta tell me how.
Full and reckless.
Yeah,
Sure.
whenever you're after
I
reckless.
just start throwing up bed sheets to get underneath the bed really fast. I don't care if they knew I was here because all the treasure will be gone,
Sure.
and that just gets extra dice, right?
Mhm.
All right. I have 9 dice to 6, but that's still bad, unless I reroll all failed dice with this. So I will use a persona point to reroll all of them using heistwise.
So all your fails.
Yeah, all my fails. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right. 5.
And then while I'm throwing up like all the bed sheets, um, I noticed I remember back to the time to like the play cult and how people like like holding their like treasure and stuff in their like clothes and then I just start like throwing like the drawers open and they start looking under there.
I don't know if they have drawers, but I like the fact that like looking under the bed sheets and maybe ripping open like any pillow or things like that. I think I like that.
Failed dice.
I like what you're doing. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know how to reroll failed dice. So I just do reroll R5.
Yeah, just R5 and we'll see.
Yeah, just do a roll. And just roll 5 dice. Would be what I would do.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
d20.
Oh, never mind.
Well, 5 successes. Imagine that. Hey,
Nice.
That's another 2. Oh, I just made it.
wait, it's a tie.
And I have fate. I really need to spend fate to level up, but I don't know how
Do it
to.
anyways. Do it
that.
anyways.
What?
I forgot there's other. I thought there's another way to use fate now.
Yeah, you
That,
can
like-
gain advancements by helping.
I feel like I'm gonna save it for those.
Well,
It's tied.
Yeah, it's 6 to 6.
this is for finding something. This is a versus. This is obstacle though. It's not an opponent.
Oh, it's an op. Okay, right. I forgot.
Yeah, so I made it. Right?
Yeah, but you're still gonna need to. Everyone's hungry and thirsty now, or if they were, they are. You find in your hasty search, you find a gem, quite large. It's blue, and yeah, it looks very valuable. It's a very big blue gem. It's hidden in one of the goblin's pillows, kind of like tucked in there. The pillow itself is just like probably like a shirt that was like tied and stuffed with like tree branches. I mean leaves, tree branches. No, like the stuff with leaves, and just to like, not to like be super comfy, but just because they stole it and you make use of it. They probably stole the shirt off someone's back. So to, you obviously made a big ruckus. Well, I guess you're a thief. So let's do that scout test to see how thief you are to stealing the rest of the goods and making a break for it.
All right.
And
This time I'm gonna
making your
help.
way scot free. I think you are rolling against 4 dice. Here.
4 dice.
Need
Okay.
help by
Yeah, I would like help if you guys are offering.
by clambering up the nearest tree to spot any goblins as they approach.
Anyone else?
I'm helping.
How?
Which one are you rolling again? You're doing heist?
I'm doing scout.
I'm gonna use my sense of smell to see if the goblins are nearby. I will let you know if they are.
Cool.
Sure.
I mean, goblins are very smelly, probably. So that seems legit to me.
I don't know. Could be. I mean, they don't have bathing in their nature, so but neither are you. Perhaps you guys are smelly too. Who knows?
Pretty sure we
Well,
are.
We're all definitely smelly.
Yeah, like we
sure.
stink so much it loops back in ourselves and no one smells.
No one's. The goblins can't smell them. Goblins can't smell us. We all just smell like goblin. It's fine.
Ardor, can you help me?
Sure. I will keep watch in the direction that the goblins left, and I'll make cooing sounds if I hear them coming.
Excellent. So this is the roll. Like, if you wanted to pass or fail whatever steed rolls, you wanted to mark that as a success for you, you would mark that that steed, whatever's the result of steed, if you spent a fate.
How do I add help? Oh, there is.
It's help or aid. Type in the number beside it.
Okay. I have 64. I'm gonna save my persona just for heist wise. And fate. Oh, it's not bad. It's a lot of 6s. Fuck it, I'll save my fate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
That
versus
is a lot of
obstacle for it. You gotta roll that. So I will roll 4 dice. It's the versus test, not
Oh, it's a
obstacle.
versus. Okay, yeah. I'll keep this, and if I see, I'll spend a fate. If
Well, I don't think you automatically win, but it's probably not as bad as you think. Oh, they rolled a lot of 6s. So it's 5 versus 3. Yeah. So you managed to steal a bunch of stuff from a bunch of, thieving goblins. I guess managed to reacquire. I don't know. Something about pirates pirating pirates and how it's not really legal or stealing. It's more commandeering. There we go. You commandeered the treasure from the goblins. Sorry. You definitely find a sack of copper coins. I guess pack 2, and a sack of gold coins, pack 1. And I'm gonna try to find the loot table to try roll on. I want to add a bit of randomness to this game. Not find loot table. Oh, there we go. Found some loot tables. Drop in loot. I don't want to. I don't want. I just want one loot table. I say most of the loot, the random loot that goblin like. So like when you defeat an enemy in combat, you can also roll on the loot table, and I say most of that stuff is on them, but one of the stuff is in their pile. Yeah, a little low on the loot table. A little low on loot table 1. So, can you roll 2d6?
D6.
And
Stuff.
Yes. We got stuff.
Hell yeah, stuff.
is that what it says?
Yeah. What is
Uh,
the roll on the stuff table? 3d6.
86, okay.
Seven.
Dried leaves.
Yes.
Wow.
Hell
That's-
yeah.
Damn goblins.
Pack 1 dried leaves. There you go.
Wonderful.
All right.
Sell it.
Are they like useful leaves? May I appraise them?
They're probably useful.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Um,
Before we do anything else, I'm gonna drink from my water skin to cure my thirst.
okay, so you managed to slink off into the forest, out of eyesight for the goblins. So even if they did return, though, you probably made little noise that they would return at any time. They wouldn't know what direction you came in or left in. I think there is where we'll end the session and do the wrap up.
Okay.
Good.
It's been almost 3 hours, and I like that. And also, we'll give you time to think about where to go next and what to do. Slash, give me time to prepare a bit more. I was thinking about the elf or the town, and I probably prepped a little bit too much of the town stuff, considering that you guys had no gold, and then most of you got kicked out.
Well, I had a goal, but we got kicked out.
I was
Next
like,
time.
I was like, you're gonna find him maybe, and we'll do a fight maybe, and then you're like, no. I was like, oh, okay.
Out of town, it happens.
I was gonna fight and then probably try to whoever compromises the other person gets away or whatever. But anyways,
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't reveal too many of your plans because we're probably going back.
yeah. Well, that's basically the plan is to not have him kill his enemy outright, and
We've
win
never seen
compromise if he. But the enemy's probably more powerful, so they'll be. Who knows what your plan will be?
Come to it.
But who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first. Belief, everyone deserves help. I don't think I helped anybody. I think just slept in town. Creed, the rich and powerful deserve nothing from me. I didn't meet anyone rich. Goal, get aid from the elves. I don't think we got that. Or did we? Me personally,
What, get
did
aid
not.
from the elves?
Nope.
No.
Categorically, they did everything but aid us.
Yeah, they kicked us out.
I'd say you're
but
working toward it.
working toward it.
You can maybe
Yeah.
change it because it might be it's a little different now.
Yeah.
We can still
Um,
try to do that because that's basically what I'm gonna try and do.
Yeah.
Is convince them to help us.
do I get
I mean, I'm probably gonna change my goal to that from what it was.
It's you can get a fate, I think, for
a
the
fade
aid.
for that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm working toward it. Instinct always search for secrets. I found feathers?
A gem. Gems. Pack one.
Gems. Oh, that's right. I found gems.
In coins.
I get a persona for doing my
It's
instinct, right?
a fate for doing it.
That's fate.
Yeah.
Remember to put it in the pack or in someone's.
Yeah, remember
Well,
to pack everything away that you guys
Okay. Yeah, so I'll add it
got
in.
so you put 'em in, I assume.
put it in your pocket, I guess. The gym. And everyone else can, whoever else has gear in their
oh.
backpack can pack it away. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. If I'll oppose those who act against nature at every turn. Not really. Nothing really came up today. My goal is to reopen Elfheim, which I did. Yay me.
Yep, that's a persona.
And my instinct went and can't make poultices. I didn't have the chance because someone got us, blew up the camp, and we had to hastily make tracks for town.
Like you opened it and then built a bomb and then tried to sleep. You're not good. So I think it's just a persona. It doesn't say it worked toward it get a fate point, but I'm pretty sure that's just. I don't think that changed. Let me double check. That'd be hilarious if that changed. But I'm fairly certain that hasn't. Goal.
Working towards your goal. Making a test toward achieving a goal but not accomplishing it earns a fate point.
Oh, sorry. I was like looking about
Or
like
if you
playing
are
goals
part of
and
the group
challenging
towards your
goals.
goal, but someone else actually does it, you get it. So you don't have to make it. You don't have to make the test yourself as long as you're, helping the person who did. Oh, we didn't do gallows humor again. Dang.
Okay, cool. Who else?
I can go. I believe anything worth doing is worth doing in style. I tried to attempt that, I feel, but I didn't do it well enough. All that's gold melts into air. I was homeless and then kicked out of a town, living on the street. No.
It's not really a moral test driven by your creed. I feel like if you find yourself picking gold over your creed, or when offered to like do something like that's against your nature, for gold, not your nature, but like against who you are as as a person, but you instead you choose your creed. I think you'd earn a persona. You basically something big has to happen, because you're probably not gonna earn it often, but eventually you could. That's why it's to be like bigger than yourself. We usually be a part of. So, for example, the creed of something about like fixing the forest for the elves might be a good creed if you wanted to like have that, like like the forest, something about nature. Like Elfwin's creed might be something.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, my creed is that humans can't be trusted to
Well-
preserve the natural. But that can also I anticipate that will come up in a crisis of faith at some point.
yeah,
That's not going to be too hard to trigger.
especially when you
Maybe-
have friends like these who are
Exactly.
humans.
Kind of like these.
I'm gonna swap my creed for my belief. So my creed is anything worth doing is worth doing in style. I'm just gonna go full Patrick Bateman. There we go. It's not just that I believe it now. It's that I have to have a crisis of faith where it's like, should I do this even if I don't look cool?
There you go. Yeah, like that will probably earn you something.
I'm gonna have I feel like I'm gonna have a very morally questionable character going forward now.
Okay, and then accomplishing your goals, impress your friends.
Hey, Ardor, are you impressed by me? Did I win your heart? Did I steal your heart?
I don't know. I think I like playing hard to get.
All right, inconclusive.
Did you wait?
What-
Did you make the explosives for them or for yourself?
I did it because I felt like I should always do it.
Okay, and then you didn't work toward it yet. Inconclusive.
Okay. Yeah.
And
it
when
is
you in
inconclusive.
camp, you try, but you failed. But you have to be successful. So nothing. I don't think.
I think it's a success because I learned from my mistake of what not to do.
Yeah. Did you mark the failure?
Oh, it's
Alchemist?
there now, yeah.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
fixed my skill sheet. It was I put it in the wrong slot before. That's why.
Did you take any of the passes and fails from the other game though? Because those will carry over.
I believe I did. I
You
don't think I have too many though.
You didn't
I'll
have
double
anything
check.
but the one failed alchemist with the now failed lore master. I feel like you have other things, other places.
Maybe I don't like being reminded of failure.
Maybe.
It makes no sense.
Corbusier, or not Corbusier. The last person, Ardor.
Me. I will never trust an elf. I suppose nothing much happened. I plan on doing a bunch of stuff with that on the city, but
Yeah, so the
well,
city
well,
isn't like an adventure in and of itself. It costs
yeah.
money to do things. So, I've yeah.
Okay. Find and kill Clafland Elmingrad again. That kind of got put on hold. I think I worked towards that one.
Yeah, you tried to you were planning on it. You had plans. You had big aspirations. You got to Elfheim. I think a fate for that is fine. And then you didn't
Okay.
have a chance to activate it because I said you guys can activate it, and then you guys got kicked out anyway. Which I think is fair. Anyway.
And then always repair the equipment of my party. We haven't had to do any repairs. I planned on repairing Andrew's equipment.
Yeah, Talia's
wasn't
helmet or
around.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm repairing Andrew's ribs with my healer.
Somehow he went poof and disappeared.
Yeah.
I guess she
fine.
went
He
poof.
will explain next session
So
what he
just
was
a
up to.
single fate again, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So you get another fate, I think, because you had one fate.
Yeah,
from last
I
time.
added it. I added it already.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Now MVP, team worker, and the Gallus humor. I honestly feel like Steed for MVP maybe.
I was gonna suggest him.
I literally just got leaves.
Yeah, but you were gotten the leaves anyway.
Sure.
But you got the gem, which is more valuable than.
Yeah, I was gonna say getting the gem, and you did it, mostly on your own. So I'd say that's the most.
I'll take it, but damn. I'm happy I got the gem though.
For MVP, person who helped, person who self-sacrificed,
Sorry, wasn't that this is team worker?
or team worker? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Turker.
feel like it should be either Elfwin or Ardor, and Elfwin just because you made a number of tests, because kind of right skill, right skill, right time. You were just an elf in an elven
Village.
not village, but adventure. The first part of that adventure, you did all the elf things. But Ardor helped on any test he could. But I feel like maybe Elfwin should get this one.
Well, I'm very humble, so I defer to your expertise on the matter.
Does everyone else agree to that?
I can dig it.
Okay. Persona for the Elfwin. And then Gallows humor. Did anyone crack a joke in
the face of certain
character
death?
in the face of certain death?
Oh,
We didn't have to face certain death this time around.
Yeah, maybe you should. No.
if the goblins had noticed us, yeah, it could have been a different story.
Yes, it could have.
I mean, they're not that dangerous. We probably could have scared them away, but
There were 6 of them and only 4 of us.
Well, wait,
they
wait.
were
You
cowardly.
stayed with your
driven them
parents. How is there no gallows humor?
That's a good point. I took their lamp oil.
Yeah.
Veggie
I actually
oil.
looked on the gear for Pathfinder, and it was one of them was maps. Obviously, you can take maps.
Oh, cool. I could give you like a local map of the like
yeah.
the forest, but it'd be old and outdated, but it might still be useful.
Well, no, but yeah,
Next
I mean,
time.
it wouldn't substitute for a map, and like I wouldn't really want to tread on the toes of cartographer for that. But you can also get travel logs and diaries, which I think would be cool because they could like describe things to you in faraway places that you might want to go and find. You know,
Yeah, it'll
you,
help full
like,
Pathfinder, and it helps for
exactly. Like I could be like, oh, I want to go find this place.
You can even map things from areas that you haven't surveyed to like fast travel there.
Mm. Well, we'll cross
I
that bridge.
believe, but I'm not 100% sure because I think it's one of the factors. It becomes exceedingly difficult if you didn't, and someone's just describing to you, or you're doing it from written notes. And I probably on a fail, I probably wouldn't give it to you anyway because I'd want you to adventure there. So you would most certainly need to succeed in that. It might be too hard, but anyways, that's cool.
Anyway,
Next time
for the future, if it becomes relevant again.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about also visiting your hometown is you can do things so you get things like that. So go visit your hometown, other people. I'm encouraging you to. But that said, what are we naming this session?
Something about elves kicking us out.
Yeah.
Elven
Uh,
Hospitality?
Yep,
Uh,
that's it. That's the tweet.
that's a
I like it.
Tweet.
Midnight Elf Town. Midnight Humans. I don't know.
Did I spell that right? I'm like,
Thinking of being on the stream reminded me of Midnight Cowboy for some
okay,
reason.
well, I don't know if I spelled that right, but here we go.
That's correct.
I'll put that in. That's a good.
Where did you put it?
I put it in the chat. This is sort of for remind myself when I upload this to YouTube.
Oh.
Just to put it on. That being said, this will be on YouTube. I don't know if I don't think anyone who hasn't followed me or could possibly search for me and find me on YouTube. So if you're on Twitch and you're looking at the vlog, subscribe on YouTube for more vlogs, I guess, in case I have to delete them from Twitch. Because
If you don't, we'll cancel you.
I don't have that power to cancel anybody.
I have that power. I don't have to dig.
dang.
I'll just.
He
inform.
does. It's true.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's
So
mighty
you gotta
powerful.
do it. That's the rules.
Yeah.
Check. I'm just trying to make the little pictures. All right, cool. That's done. I liked the session. Thanks for playing.
All right.
Woo!
Until next time, then.
Till next time.
Roll credits.